Yeah, so the thing about the Virtual Boy is that when they produced it, it was like they did. It's the same reason why it's like red and black. It's because it was like the cheapest stuff, and so they had to. Well, what they did was the two screens. They only used glue to connect it to the main circuit board, and so over time the glue unsticks, and then your screen goes all bright, or there's like lines across it, or both, and then you can't really play it anymore. So I had to send it in to get it repaired and actually soldered on and fixed with like new ribbons that will make it work forever.
Max, I'm gonna be real with you. It took me probably a good 45 seconds to figure out you were talking about like a game console.
Oh.
And just a boy.
I have a boy.
No, we're talking about Apollo Justice. He's red, he's a boy.
And he's virtual. It's a virtual boy.
He's a virtual boy. Anyway, hi, welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We're just gonna fucking jump right into it, I guess.
We sure are.
Not autosave, manual save. We are going to attempt our darndest to finish Turnabout Serenade today. So get your drinks ready, get your popcorn ready for some nice concert time.
To watch the same fucking video 30 times.
Let's do
July
it.
10th, 9:49 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Well, this is it.
Today's the day it all goes down.
Is it going down now?
It's going down for real. And then there was yesterday.
This meeting is over. Sorry.
So cold.
So cold. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that.
Sorry, no go. Come on, piano
I'm too
boy.
cold.
I'm too cold.
Come on, piano boy, we're leaving. Darian, whatever the fuck we call him. Let me get one thing straight. I hate you.
Let's tell each other secrets about each other. I'm gonna go first.
Either of you.
Uh-huh.
The black and white lighting makes everything so cold.
Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo.
He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say.
This is my favorite part of Doom 2.
And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice.
Jesus.
What the fuck was that?
Wait. He is heard but unseen.
Who's that talking?
So clearly open the door. How the Valance Grammar I exclaimed as he walked in through the door. Normally?
That line is changed from its original.
Yes. Thank God. Yeah.
The original was I exclaimed as he walked in through the door like an ordinary muggle.
Like a common muggle, yeah. We love getting rid of references in 2024. And I mean that sincerely. You aren't the witness today, are you, Uncle Volant?
A preposterous proposition. How could I stand upon the stand? And my secrets would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I tend to remain hidden for the entire day.
It's nothing to do with the body bag in my trunk.
Don't worry about it.
Ooh, with vanishing magic?
Yes, I banished my shit away from my pants. Indeed, I will jump upon an express train and express myself to the next town over before the cops catch me. But before I go, a word of warning.
Do you think Valance shits? If he does, it happens very quickly.
It happens very fast.
Warning, what?
Grand Grammari glamour resides at the root of all that has happened.
Why do I not remember that this was his bit? Like,
Do not forget this truth.
In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran.
A glamour?
A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. Miss Juicy, though it pains me to part so. I need to get in line for a ticket. Farewell.
And there he goes.
I don't have the Venture app.
Does anyone here have Uber?
I have to go to that machine that goes da-na-na, like on repeat for like 20 hours.
You sure seemed happy about that illusion thing.
Chicagoans rise up.
Oh, big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. You can't pull off a show without one.
One time, my dad told me he was going to the store and then he vanished. He's such a good magician, he hasn't come back yet.
The big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually, it involves cutting up things like people or elephants or the Eiffel Tower. Anything, really. That kind of tower. Sorry, go ahead.
God damn it! Jack!
That's the last one, that's the last one.
I love Bastille Day.
So he was talking about what we saw at the concert.
Never forget the Bastille.
Lammermoir's disappearing act.
And it's Prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar.
I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all that has happened.
Means he's at least a conspirator, if not the killer. Well, it's about time. Shall we go?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
The scheduled starting time for the trial has been changed. We're actually starting the stream at 5:30, not 7. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Huh? Did something happen? This is a first.
Yeah, the judge died. It was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business.
Wasn't that the point of the last time he was like... Great, I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas. Or he was at the fucking hospital.
Yeah, apparently he's visiting the hospital again.
Yeah!
You fucking insensitive prick.
Bastard. The hospital?
I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently his condition worsened considerably this morning.
Oof.
Shit. Chief Justice's son. Me?
Oh, that's right. Remember yesterday morning? The judge said he had to go visit him after the trial. I thought we were about to have
There's an article about it in the newspaper. $40 for you to guess what the name of the disease is. If you care to read about it yourself.
That's still the dumbest shit. I've read some dumb shit in my day. This
A
is
mysterious
the
flu
dumbest
from Wuhan, China has arrived in the country.
Goddamn. Incuritis? Where have I read that
Incuritis.
before?
I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo.
I can't read.
Yeah, what up? I'm Trucy, I'm 15, and I never fucking learned how to read.
You think my daddy taught me how to read?
Just leave the TV guide page to me.
Try not to lose the page with the funnies if you can.
I will.
I love that they
Fuck
still
you.
read newspapers like it's the 80s, even though this was written in 2007.
July 10th to 10:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
My apologies for the delay. Court is now in session for the trial of... how do you say his name again?
Panties, Your Honor. No.
No!
Machi Tobaye, our suspect fortissimo.
That word doesn't mean what you think.
Not what that word means.
Tell him, Jack.
0 out of 10. Klavier doesn't know what he's fucking talking about.
Well, because, like, fortissimo, like, literally in
I
Italian
am a successful musician.
But fortissimo in Italian, like, literally means, like, strong. So it's,
Yeah.
like, our suspect, very strong. This strongly boned.
Our famously loud suspect.
Right. It's his trial in any case.
The defense is prepared, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready to rock.
I already want to leave.
Is something wrong, Your Honor?
Klavier Gavin's here.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students.
Tea?
It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time.
I have a joke that I want to make, but I can't.
Incuritis, was it? That article said there's no known cure. Thanks for reading it aloud to me, by the way, Apollo.
You're welcome. I know reading comprehension can be a bit of a struggle for you. It's okay.
I know.
I know Mr. Wright does not send you to public school. It's fine.
Iryaj, let me say. I mean, it's literally the I'm homeschooling you, and by homeschooling you, I mean I give you like a textbook 1 week out of the year for you to take the state required exam that proves that you're learning something, and then the rest of the year you just teach yourself magic tricks.
Damn right.
Iryaj, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. I lost a close friend of mine recently on stage. He burned up in my very arms.
He just like breaks down.
But
like,
now
sorry.
is not the time for tears. You little cry baby. Gonna cry? Piss
Alexa,
your pants
play
maybe?
Teardrops on
Maybe
my
shit
guitar
und-
by Taylor
shit
Swift.
und come. Now is the time.
Oh my
Hola.
god, your pants are full of shit and coming.
No!
Indeed. We left off at quite the juncture yesterday.
So cold.
So cold.
I asked Interpol about that number. It picks 3 for the certificate. The agent.
Yep.
The agent. That's it. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche. Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help. Ah, no problem at all, Your Honor.
He was about to say thanks for the update, Captain Obvious.
I'll be heading out.
Hold it.
This is the me flashback, dear God.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. That voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it.
Number 5 shot.
It was
I'm
him.
my brother.
That voice I heard.
That was
Jesus.
bad. Sorry.
That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian. No way.
No.
Cowabummer, dude.
Aw,
Come bummer.
bummer. Quite a sensational ending.
Oh yeah.
Who would have thought Darian would have guest star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect?
I asked the prosecution to look into this matter.
The prosecution certainly did look into Mr. Crescent, but not the way we asked him to. I think that was just sort of his own thing.
Please tell the court your findings, though I am scared to ask.
Darian Crescent is a member of my band, the Gaviners. He's also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. Yet after investigation, I found no cause to alter a case or file new charges.
And your reason is?
Weren't you aware, Air Forehead? She
We're
has an
fucking.
impeccable alibi.
An alibi?
I've heard of that before. Let's review the facts again, shall we?
Oh my god.
The concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets.
Guilty love, not guilty love, and guilty love.
The Gaviners ripped up the stage during the first set. For the second set, our guest took center stage. And I turned into a Cheeto. The only performers appearing with myself, Lamirois, and Maki, along with a drummer and a bassist for a total of 5. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the third set. Lamirois and the defendant, Machi Tobai, had left the stage at that point. And the Gaviners were already rocking. This is when 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Sky, mind you.
And Apollo, you heard them too, right?
I sure did.
So cold.
Furthermore, Let me witness the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime.
Joke.
When she claims to have heard Mr. Latouche and Detective Crescent talking.
But that's impossible. Detective Crescent was.
By locating, yes. Precisely. Detective Crescent was on stage, getting his groove on, no less.
If you know what I mean.
Voila. A perfect alibi.
Does the defense have anything to add to this?
Yeah, it's pronounced alibi.
Yeah, that's not how you. That's why is that
Did
the
you
first time
pass
you
the
said
bar?
it like that? Did you? What? Like it's how? It's true. When I heard those gunshots, you must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up.
It
We
appears
know
that
he's guilty, so there has to be something else.
There has to be something.
it appears the defense has no objections. Okay, guilty.
Guilty.
I believe we can safely say that Darian Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged.
Which means that Lemuel was sadly mistaken.
No, she's a gorgeous woman with big, beautiful brown eyes. She cannot be wrong.
Her testimony cannot be true. Listen,
well.
I support women's wrongs just as much as women's being right.
Just as much as women, am I right?
Very well. Of course, if we disregard her testimony, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict.
Guilty.
If indeed there are no objections.
Your Honor, systematically, I do have to object.
Oh, sisters! If if he declares a verdict now,
But Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Lemoore might have been lying to protect Machi. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait, what about yesterday in the detention center? So cold.
So cold.
About the case.
What's cold? Do you need a blanket?
What about the case?
He wants to tell us about Mr. Latouche's dad?
This meeting's over. We just had this flashback.
We just had this
We're gonna do
flashback.
it
We're not doing this again.
Darian?
Machi was trying to close something
Darian,
up.
fuck!
Dorito? Maybe the best thing to do is ask him under oath.
Very well. The court finds the defendant. What was his name again? Dear God!
Shut up! Your Honor! Focus!
No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marquis or Mr. Justice.
Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness.
Exactly who else do you need to hear from?
A witness who, until now, has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English.
You don't mean...
I do. The defense calls defendant Machi Tobaye to the stand.
What? But he doesn't speak English.
Therefore, he
he's
has
an
no
interpreter.
rights in this country. Clearly. Interpreter. I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases, such as, I love you, and where is the toilet?
The defense would like to request Lamoire as the interpreter.
Lamoire. But there's
I've
a
heard of her
possibility.
before.
But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant.
But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie?
This is most unusual.
Yeah, what's unusual is that you're trying a Borginian child in an
American
Japanifornian
court.
court, and you're not even offering an interpreter.
That's fucked up. This truly is the dark age of the law.
Bravo, airport head. Air Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense's request. If Lemuel, lies, I'll be able to tell. I have a secret bracelet that tells me when people are lying.
Objection. No one would believe that, Prosecutor Gavin.
Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that.
Well, if both prosecution and defense are for this, I see little cause for refusal.
Finally, some fucking progress.
Bailiff, please show the defendant and Lamoire to the witness stand.
We vibing.
I suppose there's a first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with. If you would, Lamira.
Oh, my name is Lamar.
Yes. He says Machi Tobaye, the defendant.
That's not an occupation. Guilty.
This is certainly a first for this courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation of that message in particular.
Again, I understand. But like, it is so objectively silly to say we have never tried a person who does not speak the main language of our country.
No, we just sent them to the gulag, apparently.
Yeah, straight up. Alright, I need to actually sprint downstairs for about 5 minutes. You two are in charge.
Okay.
Oh
I
no.
need to get Din Din.
Alright.
It didn't mute. Oh, no.
Anyway, welcome to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney.
We're having a good time. Appreciate it.
We are. Mm-hmm. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
You're stepping on my dress. I've literally
Hello,
never.
chat.
I've literally. Hello, chat with the GIF. I've literally never seen the video that has the "Thank you for coming," but all I've had is everyone around me has quoted it so many times that I can just say it. Anyway, I just can't. We started early today. I have a flight tomorrow, and also this is a long ass. And I mean, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out of town too, so if I sound even weirder, that's why. Breathing in that sweet, sweet Indiana air.
Oh, that's where I'm gonna be tomorrow. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Oh, actually, I have something to tell you about that after stream. So.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Yes. We like Apollo Justice Ace Attorney in this.
We love it. No, truly, I never got the hate about Serenade. I really like Serenade.
Me
so.
too. I think it's, I mean, like, Corner is just so, like, on its own. Like, I mean, you need it because, like, everything that you love about, that you learn to love about Trucy, like, as a character, like, starts there. And she's just the light in the darkness. I am also a big, I also love, Eldoon, but Serenade is really like, oh man, like this feels like welcome to Apollo Justice world. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
for sure.
You're really in it.
I understand the mechanics issue too, with like how many times you watch that damn video, but I don't know if I told this on stream before, but like I played Apollo.
This is great.
I played Apollo Justice with friends before this port came out, so I was playing it through totally legal means. Please don't arrest me. But my computer just could not handle it at all because it's not like official or whatever, but still totally legal. And so whenever there was any sort of cutscene, it would lag really badly.
Oh no!
So whenever it played that video, it was at like 0.75 speed. And we're just sitting there like, It was excruciating. Oh my god.
Oh god. So far, so good. Welcome back. I'm Din Din.
Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would.
Huh? If I would what, Your Honor?
What? I called the defendant to the stand. Did you? You called. Sorry, not me. Nah, fuck. Did you not do that? What would you have him testify about?
What do I want him to testify about?
Did you do it? No, not guilty.
Shit. Oh fuck. I
Can't lie on
that
the
far ahead.
stand.
Apollo!
What?
Get your shit together!
No!
Aren't you going to ask him what he was about to tell us yesterday?
How can I if I don't know what he was saying?
Excuse me a moment, if I might speak.
Shut
No.
up! This isn't about you.
This ain't about you.
Yes, Lamerwar? Just now, Machi said there is something about which he wishes to testify.
Oh, girl, what's up? Machi wants to testify about something? What could it be?
What sort of testimony is he talking about? One moment, please.
The suspense is killing me.
What?
What? What?
Well, Lamerwar. According to Machi, he has proof of his innocence.
This is one surprise.
Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it! Not guilty!
This is that's not what that means, Truce. This is sounding too good to believe, and I know what that usually means.
We're
Well,
fucked.
We're fucked!
Well, if that's true, then not guilty.
Truce, we gotta flee the country. We're fucked.
Then this is vital testimony. Lamerwar, Machi. Please, testify to the court.
No.
Very well.
Boy, boy. Boy, boy.
He says that word of Mr. Latus's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, that is, he, could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. I see.
Naruhodo.
Fuck yeah!
He wouldn't have understood the English lyrics to the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely.
I wondered what he meant by proof. Why, he would only have to ask Lamiwa to know the meaning of the song.
Memoir! Did you ever explain the lyrics of that song to him?
We did tell him generally what the song was about, but never in so much detail, and he never asked.
Has my oft-repeated warning already fled that forehead?
Bitch.
Lamiwa might be protecting the witness.
Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination.
Well, anyway, whatever.
Mr. Justice, if you would.
Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony, I know it. I just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. It worked yesterday, it'll work today!
Alright.
Comprehensive thinking, I have a magic bracelet!
So yeah, so you got a bracelet, one of these.
Okay, great.
Boy, 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 boy.
Shit!
Nice!
Nice!
No whammies, bitch!
We're back, baby.
We're so fucking back. Machi. You can't fool my eyes. You
Unlike
glanced toward
Lamerwar, I can see.
her. You glanced toward her the very moment Lamoir said the word English. Why? Don't bother interpreting that. He understands me. Machi, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you?
What are you saying? Of course he can't.
Must he continue this charade?
Mr. Justice, Machi says this.
Fuck you and your bitch ass.
I know the word English.
Huh?
Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned the name for this language. That is all.
What? Give me a break!
Is that such an unusual word to understand? Do you not know Espanol, for instance?
No. Yeah, but...
Clearly, Capcom's localization team doesn't, because they never include Espanol. Eh. Sad.
I'm sorry, but he truly does not understand your language.
Well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics?
Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad?
That's my job.
It is simple. So simple it hardly requires an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper.
The newspaper?
I've heard of that.
The Borginian Daily Bugle. He also saw the pictures of Spider-Man.
He's a big fan of Yuri Lowenthal.
You can buy it in this country these days, you know.
Why?
They have already begun to report about this case in our homeland.
I was right.
What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes, they're quite fierce all of a sudden.
Machi's lying.
Well, he read about it in the newspaper.
It doesn't mention the lyrics. I have here a Borginian newspaper. The Borginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there is a feature article about the case. Could you read this for me, Machi? That's right.
A little
Doesn't-
squeaks.
It doesn't mention the lyrics.
No, I read the one from the next day.
What?
Oh. The end.
Fuck.
What is this all about?
I'm sorry, Machi. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in a Borginian newspaper.
Your squeaks are so good.
What does this mean? But I don't see how it's possible. I know. He must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes.
Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in police questioning. I read the full report myself. Look
So-
at me, I'm such a special little birthday boy.
You are such a special little birthday boy. So the lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in the courtroom.
I think like 50% of Klavier's appeal is that shit-eating grin that he
Yeah.
like, even when he's saying like the most like
This is hurting
angry
my case
stuff.
as a prosecutor.
Yeah, he is just smiling the whole way through.
In English, no less.
In French, in Morse
In French,
code.
God damn it!
The witness will explain himself. Congrats on the transition.
I'm so proud of you!
Machi says... He says...
Machi, I don't think I can say that word in a court of law. I don't care how strongly you believe it.
Yes? It is true I read the newspaper. But this is not where I learned the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember.
I keep punching the mic. I apologize. You remember?
He says he heard of the lyrics from me.
What?
Is this true, Lemoir? Yes, I'm afraid I had forgotten it myself.
And it looks like our forehead's just been jumping to conclusions again.
It seems so, yes.
No! No! I was onto something. I know it. I can't let this chance slip away.
Time is an issue today. Mr. Justice, are you finished with the cross-examination?
What are you going to do, Apollo?
What do you think? I'm gonna fucking press. If I'm gonna keep on cross-examining, I better have an angle of attack. Or a devil. Or else! My bracelet's still reacting. Your Honor?
Your Honor, my bracelet's still reacting. I mean,
What does that mean? Please
worry
allow
about
me to
it.
continue.
If you must, you must. Very well. Witness.
Fuck it, we ball.
I understand. It was I who explained. It was I who explained the crime.
Feel like I have to. No?
Yes, for
Hold
you
on.
see, it was I who.
Who's I? Motherfucker, stop! Let me do that again! I didn't get over there fast enough! I know your tell, bitch!
Gotcha!
Get a better tell! Lamoir.
Get a better throat.
You're not the throat goat anymore, Lamoir. Lamoir. I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be uncertain?
Me? Uncertain.
Yes. You
why
swallowed the very
are you
moment
feeling
took-
uneasy and uncertain?
Yes, you
Or
swallowed
no, what is
the
it?
very moment you took unease and what?
Uncertainty.
Uneasy and uncertainty.
Uneasy and
Okay, yeah,
uncertainty.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that is it.
You
Anyway, gay
swallowed
people.
the very moment you told the court it was I who explained. Everyone knows innocent people spit.
You said the word swallow 3 times. I consider that a microaggression. If you haven't watched previous VODs, you won't get that joke. I see there is little point in trying to hide anything from you.
Sorry, that took me an extra second. Lamoir, are you indeed protecting someone?
That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself.
Then allow me to answer for you. Lamoir?
Mike Guns, baby.
Mike Meekins, baby! Oh, we're in a different call channel, okay.
What?
We're in general.
Oh,
Oh.
whoops. Whoopsies!
Follow me, children.
I'm here.
Hi. Sorry, I was trying to figure. I was looking. I was like, why isn't it like showing up on stream that we're here? Oh. Hi, we're here. Anyway, you're protecting the long grammar. Lamoir, if you're not protecting Machi, that's silly.
I love how the profiles are like Romain Latouche is too stupid to put into the
No. Lamoir, you are
It's like in Turnabout Samurai where in the profiles it just says security lady and
Yeah.
like assistant and then their name is in the description. Like
in the description.
just why?
Lamoir, you're protecting Machi. That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Machi, I believe you didn't do it, really. I trust you.
Lamoir,
You talked to
It's giving mother, but not giving mother, you know?
Mother is mothering. Oh my god, shut the fuck up.
It's serving, but it's serving jail time, not cunt. But you've lied to us twice. That is perjury. And now you have Lamor lying on your behalf. That's like double perjury, which is not the same as double jeopardy. If this is gonna work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English, you have to. Don't make me hit you with the triple. Ah!
Screams in English.
Cries
in
Spanish.
English.
Witness, is this true? Do you understand English?
Yes, a little only.
Missile, is that you?
It's my standard young male voice, I guess.
What?
First he could see, now he could talk. And you did not know about this, Lamiwa.
No, I did not. It was quite a surprise. How many secrets is this witness hiding?
This is last. Machi, could you tell us what really happened?
No.
No shooting! I did no shooting! So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those 2 gunshots, correct?
Apparently, the answer to that question isn't simple either.
I was in dressing room, behind desk, manager key on floor.
Which would be after the shooting, right?
Then there is voice.
Voice or voices? Was it you and Emma, Apollo?
So when Machi went into the dressing room, Mr. Latouche had already been shot.
Omae mo Shindairu.
Oh my Woshinden. And then we came to the door.
Panel high up. I take off. Run away, run away.
So it was you who escaped through that air vent.
As the prosecution has upheld all along, no less. He vented. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession?
No! He's clearly denied that he did it! I know shooting! Manager on floor! Already on floor!
Objection! The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter.
Does the defendant have anything to say to this?
Nuh-uh.
He's clammed up. He's clammed up, Apollo.
Not guilty.
Then let's ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness?
I hope so. I want to keep doing this voice. Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait. No, of course there is. So cold.
Old. What is this cocoon, anyway?
The cocoon is a potent cure.
A cure? Well, Machi, it's so cold again.
Are you so
It
cold?
got chillier. The witness.
Are you a smuggler?
He won't tell me.
That cocoon has to have something to do with this. Machi, please tell us the truth for your own sake.
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Tell me just because you're not alone.
No, no more speak. Not to any of you.
So much for your precious trust, Air Forehead.
I tell you to suck my dick, but you do not deserve the pleasure.
Regardless, this brings us to an impasse. Passe.
It does seem that the defense and defendant are at odds.
Let's get him to evens.
Let's get even Steven with this.
I doubt we
Let's
are
get
likely
even
to
Stevens.
learn anything more of value should this continue. I see
Guilty.
no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess.
Oh,
The defense will work things out with the defendant, so we might proceed.
we're going to enter a
We're gonna add couples
reconciliation
therapy.
circle. Yeah. Or no, what is it called?
Forgiveness circle?
I don't know.
Guilt.
July 10th, 11:23 a.m. District Court 11, number 2.
Apollo Eustace.
Dude!
He's
That
so
is what-
dead.
That
Wait,
is what
this
Food
pic
and
goes hard.
Purpose
Feel
would
free to
say.
screenshot. Him to Klavier Gavin.
That's justice. Better learn to say right if I want to get some.
Oh my god. Apollo, he's 12.
I'm
He's
14.
14.
This is deep.
Believe-
She's 16.
She's 16. Believe. I know shooting.
Monty claims Mr. Latouche was already down on the ground when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it?
Suddenly, I hear revolver. Close. Very close. Then I hear voice.
So cold.
So cold.
You heard gunshots?
Yes, it's true. I hear a revolver, but only one sound.
Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Latouche already dead and then you heard shots? If that's true.
So, you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots?
And you escaped through the air vent.
I know.
Huh? What do you know?
I know if
I know what you
open-
are.
I know what you are. I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
So the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area? Is that what he means?
Hey, he's right. Look, Apollo.
Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that?
Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something.
No!
What?
I hear this from magician.
Magician?
I've heard of those before.
Don't look at me.
Pero with association.
I was crunking it up on the dance floor, remember?
A magician, huh?
Well, at least we're clear on one thing.
Yeah,
Machi didn't shoot Mr. Latouche.
yeah. We were hoping that from the start, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then heard the shots? That one's gonna go over well in court. Not.
Not.
Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Daddy always told me.
I'll just pretend you misheard him. Every time. So what do we do?
Sorry, I have a friend right next to me, and they just lost it hearing that out of context because I could only hear me speaking. And it's just like, Trucy!
What a perfect character.
I love her.
You're sure you won't testify, Machi?
No talking. No.
Well, it was worth a shot. Guilty.
Well, shit, Apollo.
Fuck. That cocoon.
So cold.
I can't go home.
Can't go home.
You can never go home again.
I can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Virginia is death.
punishable by death. Oh, you're fucked, kid. Of course he's scared. Oh, well, I guess we'll just have to try a different approach.
Oh, I guess you'll die.
Well,
That's the spirit, Apollo. So, what's your plan?
didn't have one. Let's go. If Machi won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify.
Someone else.
I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there.
Oh shit, right.
Luckily ball, truth!
Improvisation. We're doing the
Cool.
second city approach to this.
Woo!
Ouch,
July 10th.
Chicago.
11:28 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant?
Sure! We had a good talk.
Very well. So, will he testify?
No,
Your Honor.
guilty.
The defendant will not testify.
Okay, guilty. What?
Shit, here I saw this was your big chance to turn the case around.
Actually,
I wanted to show you your turnabout. I don't know.
Actually,
Gyakuten
Yes.
all over me.
no.
Stop.
No, I won't,
You know,
actually.
what's funny is that usually when I voice a character, you guys are like, I actually like this character more than I did originally. But I think the more I voice Klavier, the more you hate him.
He's fun to pick on! The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor.
A different angle?
Yeah, it's a turnabout.
Doggy! If Machi won't testify, then I know
Doggy.
who will. Thank you. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case. Lamoir.
Lamoir? We already did that.
No.
This is a repeat of day 1. What? What a boring ass trial. What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lamior's testimony was insubstantial.
You're
There's
insubstantial.
nothing you can.
Lamoir was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries.
What happened?
She was assaulted, Your Honor.
Assaulted?
Someone wanted Lamoir dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself.
What? I've heard no such report.
Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lamoir? Can you think of a reason?
Well,
Think of how she's known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been?
it wasn't me.
You don't think. Klavier Gavin.
I do! It was the same person who shot Mr. Latouche.
It would be so awesome if they ever did a, like, it's case 2 or 3 and the prosecutor did it. You know?
That would be
that'd be
sick as
really cool.
hell. The killer was afraid of her, afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out.
So, am I to understand that this is what you are saying?
So what do I say?
So what you're saying is, namely, that there is a nugget of truth in Lamiwa's testimony. And nugget we have yet to uncover.
Exactly.
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
If Lamoir was attacked, this has serious implications. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lamoir's testimony once more.
Hey, girly.
I swear I'm like the only character in this case. Lamiwa, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak.
You need not apologize. I'm used to this bullshit. I know that
It's like
Machi
the
is
fourth fucking time I've testified.
I know that Machi is innocent. And I will do all that I can until the court realizes this. All that I can. Pulls out a gun.
Whoa!
I might be out of testimony, but I'm not out of options.
I'm a singer, but...
Let's, one more fucking time, review your testimony from yesterday.
So cold.
So fucking cold. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window. And that the voice belonged to Darian Crescent, yes?
That is correct.
What if someone can just do a sick Darian Crescent impression? Impression, if you will.
I proved she could not be correct.
She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof.
Don't ask me how I know that.
You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice? I have lots of things to say about that.
I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there's something there.
There is, it seems, much you do not know. Allow me to educate you.
No, don't. Get away from me. Get away!
And yet it is my duty to hear them out.
I guess you are my little pork champ, air forehead. Come here.
No!
Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to the court.
As much as I crave validation in my life, it's not yours that I want, Klav.
Of course, Your Honor.
Like, all this is happening as the judge and Lamar
Yeah,
are trying
there's,
to have a conversation.
You're gonna be at this for a while. Just say words.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them, Mr. Latouche and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony. I am sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I have said here is the truth.
Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. This is a colossal waste of time. What you have said to have happened is impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself. Lamoir was attacked because of this testimony. What? Trucy.
Hello, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool.
Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead. I'm never planning a case ever again.
Maybe when I'm no thoughts, head empty.
Very well, Mr.
That's
Justice.
how Mr. Right does it.
That's how Klavier does it.
Oh!
Very well,
To
Miss.
not think or prepare at all.
Figure it out.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you can
What?
coolly cross-examine the witness. Mr.
What
Wright,
did you
Mr.
call
Justice, sorry.
Sorry about meetings.
Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness.
You know, that felt
Sorry,
that felt
Freudian
great
slip from
coming
yesterday.
you, Your Honor.
What?
What? What? Can I not use my bracelet yet?
No bracelet.
What?
No
Okay.
bracy. Only head.
No! We just said! The faint sound of a gunshot and stopped, and then I heard There were two witnesses.
Yes, I heard two, one after the other.
That fits with the bullet holes at the scene. Nothing really new here to pick up. Okay, fuck me. Gunpowder. Not my circus, not my monkeys. You were in a hurry to go where?
I was on my way to the backstage exit, as I have said.
Why were you in such a hurry then?
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case.
It very well might. Please answer the question.
Objection! Are you alright, Ramura?
Yes, I am just tired.
You look tense. Recall what I told you yesterday, Air Forehead. Lemuel suffers from a serious amnesia. Please refrain from traumatizing her further.
Let me just...
Do not trauma dump on Zavinis.
If you can just dismiss questions he thinks are too traumatizing.
Why don't you prove her reason had a connection to the case before asking about it, Ja?
The prosecution's objection is sustained. The current question is moot. Mr. Justice, please continue with your cross-examination.
Laura was attacked.
So objection song coded.
No, she wasn't. There's gotta be something hidden here.
Maybe there's some detail we're missing?
Guess we'll just have to get her to fill in the blanks.
Right. That's me.
With a capital W.
True C. That's me.
Yep, that's me.
Like the alphabet, you'll true C.
C.
Is something wrong?
No, I said hold it, but she's saying the same thing she said before.
Mr. Justice?
Sorry, it's nothing. Please continue.
Now I know what they mean about the reckless youth these days.
Divine and Red over there is a shining example, Eliaj.
I hate
Look at his
all of
boyish
you.
charm.
You're the last person who should be pointing fingers, Mr. fucking Rockstar.
Fucking is right.
Get out! I'm filing a goddamn restraining order. Were they talking? What did they say? I need to clarify. I love this bit. this is me feeding the bit. Darian Crescent?
I did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him, the one who took the stand yesterday.
And I know that for sure.
How many times do I need to remind you? That's impossible! Impossible. There is no... What if the bit completely switches up and he just becomes Ahmed? There is no way you could have heard him.
No.
Because the window of the scene was closed? Is that why?
Of course.
Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere.
She's right. What were they fucking talking about? Do you remember what they were fucking talking about? So please tell us.
I have given it much reflection, but
I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember.
I only heard one phrase clearly.
Don't shoot me, Darian Crescent. A whole phrase?
You remember something that was said?
Why didn't you say anything yesterday?
Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said.
Oh, this could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. What did he say?
It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Latouche.
The shooter, then. Darian Crescent.
Well, what did he say?
I'm not Darian Crescent.
It's over. Press the switch, now. Switch.
Take the shot!
Take the shot!
And the shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Latouche. I thought it quite strange myself afterward. It is a mystery. What could it possibly mean?
Lamore, get down!
Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this?
It's over. Hit the second tower.
Okay, now he said, okay, now hit the second time.
Tower. It's very vital. We can add it to the testimony, maybe.
Maybe Apollo?
Taboon.
So press the switch. We had was
that
it
be?
What could that
You
be?
rang her forehead. Not you. Fuck off.
He's not a switch.
Press the switch. Oh, you wanted me?
There you
There's
go.
only one. There, yeah. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words. Allow me to cut through those words.
Was that Nagito Komaeda I just heard? Oh my god, Nagito, where is he?
Oh my god. Oh my god, I was the MC
God.
at his and Sen's Undertale's wedding.
Mein Gott, Leiter. It's Nagito Komaeda.
Oh my god.
Mein favorite character from Danganronpa.
Oh my god. I can't do this, you
I
guys.
take the bit back. I've made a mistake.
Oh.
Oh my god, this courtroom is full of Coleman Maida.
I like the part where he goes, praise me.
Eric the bronze statue of.
I like the part where where he says praise me. I've never heard that word ever in my life.
Oh. There was nothing at this scene that could be called a switch. Save for me, of course. Wait, why is there just a random apostrophe there? It's not like what, like
Wait,
minor
wait.
typo.
Say,
Oh, the lights is.
Oh,
The
the
lights
light
is-
switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
the light switch.
Okay.
The
Gotcha.
lights. Well, that would still be lights switches.
Sorry, Ego.
Yeah, the lights is switches. But...
So that would still just be light apostrophe S, I guess.
Yes.
Minor
the
typo in the
lights
chat.
Switch.
Well, but there could be multiple
no.
lights.
No,
No,
There's
but then that would
multiple-
still be lights. That would still be switches, though, plural.
Well, it
is
could
my
just be
point.
one switch for all the lights because it's a
So
stage.
the lights is okay.
We'll go with it.
True, there wasn't a switch at the scene, but there were a few on stage. But it just so happens
There's one right
I
here,
have
baby.
a switch right here.
Oh, is that an OLED?
That certainly does look like a switch, doesn't it?
Fuck off. The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage.
The stage?
I've heard of
Where the
that
con-
before.
The concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there.
On the stage.
Yes, on the. Are we? Jesus,
Are
this
you
is Danganronpa.
claiming- Are you claiming that the voice Lamerwar heard was of someone commanding another to press this switch?
Hold on. Hold on.
Holding on.
Did we ever establish either way, for real, for true, if the window was open or closed?
It was
It was closed.
She had an earpiece in. If the earpiece can connect 30 feet, like from the stage or whatever, and those dressing rooms are within the 30 feet, that could have very well been Darian over the earpiece. Communicating to someone, I don't fucking know.
But what obvious
Which
from
is
the
why he would have
stage.
stumbled during Guilty Love, because we needed a fucking reason to make that a relevant minigame. And then
It was relevant. It shows that Klavier is a prissy bitch.
fair enough. I stand by this. This now has something to do with the earpieces. I don't know what, but Darien was not in there. Darien Crescent is still very much a part of this. But that was not him in the dressing room that pulled the trigger. Pull the trigger? Is that a fucking Persona 3 reference? It's a possibility.
Is that a fucking Persona Q reference?
Is that a
Or
fucking Persona Q2
foreheads. I call
reference?
that an impossibility.
On the
The
stage.
switch was found in the piano, I think, right?
Yeah. Why?
It's hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert forum.
Fuck off.
Forum? The stage is quite
A
far
funny
from
thing
the
happened
was
on the way to the
listened.
forum. Man fucking died.
Not to mention that the governors were in the middle of a concert on said stage. We aren't known for being a quiet band. You could shout all you wanted and not be heard.
The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout.
In the earpiece.
So too have Air Forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard.
Sorry. But he wouldn't have needed to shout.
Excuse me?
You heard what I fucking said. Or do you need me to shout it out for you? It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room.
What?
Oh wait, you like evidence, don't you? How about this?
Using
So
this, it would be
sassy.
easy to get a message to someone from on stage from the dressing room. Where's the fucking earpiece?
I love him so much. What a bitch. Apollo Justice.
Gavin,
Ace
perhaps-
bitch.
Perhaps you're
Apollo did one cool thing, and now he's like, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Why, that's...
What? What is it? Is that some kind of newfangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking?
God, I
Yes,
love
the
the judge.
fucking glass. It's an Apple glass. What do you want? This is a type of transmitter, a communications device.
Communications device.
I haven't
From what
heard
I've
of
heard,
those.
Your Honor, let the adults talk for 1 second. From what I've heard, everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, actually, they're for talking between band members. We all went on.
So you agree? If you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple.
Objection! True, but wait. Those send out an electronic signal. To avoid interference with the audio systems, their range is quite limited.
War said it was about 30 feet, right?
Look at this cross-section diagram of the curve forum!
You drive.
It's the best I had. Ew, exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far.
The bikini bottom.
Blue Lagoon. The direct distance is less than 30 feet.
That can't be!
So when Lamoire heard the shooter's voice, he could have been talking to someone on stage.
You're claiming this is the switch in question? Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? It could have been placed in the pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hit it on the stage after the fact.
Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said, press the switch.
Well, I guess we don't. Look.
Okay, fuck.
Fuck. Your Honor,
Yeah,
fuck!
An unfortunate situation. Guilty.
Wow. This case is full of ramping momentum and then just going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm
This is
afraid-
truly like this is being edged, but in the courtroom. This is the worst. This
I'm
is a
afraid
voting
that-
sesh, is what this is.
I'm afraid that until we know where the switch was, there's little point in debating it.
Ugh. I was sure this was the way to go with this.
What is this switch anyway? That's my favorite improv TV show.
What is the switch
You
love
don't even
Colin
know
Lockery.
that basic fact. I like Wayne Brady.
Also, I'm gonna BRB, guys. Sorry.
Wait a second. I do know what the switch is. And if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up in proof that completely changes this case.
I guess.
What's up, Apollo? Apollo? We know about the switch, right? We know what it is. Yeah? Well, think of it. Think of me fondly. Think of when it was used that day. Think of what happened.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further information to share concerning this switch...
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Justice.
I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is.
I know what you are.
I know what it is.
Well, it seems the defense is set upon linking this switch to the case.
The HDMI port. It's fucking difficult.
Let's see your evidence of the link. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
What?
What evidence
Legend
do you
of
have
Zelda Monopoly.
You made me use Monopoly.
Use Monopoly.
End of video. What is the switch?
Back. Sorry.
It's this, but I'm assuming they want this.
Yeah, the evidence to explain what it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Triggered by remote trigger.
Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this?
That's
What?
Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom.
Is it another one of those newfangled phones?
This is an ignite. What fucking phone?
Kids
looks
and their
like this?
phones these days.
Igniter? You mean like a lighter?
Yes, actually.
You are saying the switch is a remote.
I am. This is a remote trigger for an igniter.
What?
Look, I'll show you.
Hold this.
Turnabout ablaze, bitch!
Lights a cigarette.
Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist from burning down this courtroom.
Mr.
I
Justice,
will
no
for another
smoking in
few
the
years.
courtroom.
Don't worry about it.
I look cool.
Sorry, that was a bit more fire than I'd expected.
If my whiskers had caught on fire.
It would have looked cool.
Penalty.
Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. This switch is a remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you?
You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you? I told them I wasn't into fire, but
I'm just not into temperature play. It's I don't like fire, I don't like ice. Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame.
I only like Ice Kings.
When your fire caught, I didn't read that. Your fire,
When your
your guitar caught fire.
When your fire caught guitar.
Yeah.
Wasn't that part of the stage show, though?
Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. And the guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake.
That's right. He got it in Virginia from Lamoire.
Your Honor, he stuck his dick in that guitar.
He said the sound was amazing before he stuck his dick in
dick
it.
in it, of course.
Before it burned, of course. Now it just kind of smokes.
Yeah, he needed a smoke after that.
The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Your forehead.
What?
Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice heard by Lamoire, and the guitar suddenly catching on fire.
I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Mr. Latouche and the shooter were at the crime scene. This doesn't... Wait. Didn't? Okay. Okay, I get how they're gonna link this all together into a murder plot now. I thought this conversation that she overheard as she was going through the passage or whatever, I thought that was during the third act, not the second. Because we are now implying that her passing through that vent would have happened during the second act.
Don't mind my thinking
I'm connecting
music.
something.
Mhm.
The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed and the guitar caught fire.
Well, that does seem to make sense. Though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it.
You and me both. Really? It seems pretty simple to me.
Apartment complex.
Apartment complex. Your forehead, don't destroy what little respect I have for you.
Twitter, this your
Respect
ship?
me?
Twitter, this is your ship.
This is your ship? Dead ass?
/LH.
That's dead ass?
So I don't get canceled.
I'll take the heat, don't worry.
I was expecting something a little more sensible.
I thought that was gonna say sensual for a second.
Bring my microphone closer to me, sorry.
I guess I was wrong. I guess we'll never know.
What's all this about, Prosecutor Gavin?
His simple story simply makes no sense. Think, that night my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set.
That's right, of course.
So cold.
The guitar caught fire during Lemoire's song.
Indeed, yet the shooting happened during the third set. The two are utterly unrelated.
Yes, that must have been what was bugging me.
Sure, Your Honor.
The whole premise for this is faulty.
I'm being
See,
so brave and I'm not
The story
about
makes
to
no
dis-
sense.
I'm not about to dissect the differences between Kopalo and Naramitsu right now. I'm so strong.
Are you sure about that?
Yay!
Ah,
It's okay. We still have a whole nother case to get through before we can
Alright.
properly make a judgment call.
Alright.
what exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice?
What do you mean by that?
Do you not remember that meme? That's like 7 years old now. Maybe it's not the premise for my explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far.
What premise is this specifically?
That Mr. Latouche is dead!
So cold!
So cold.
Glad you asked.
Let's go!
I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act.
I'm jamming here. But
Ego, this is not a problem. Send
the
me
children
the
are asleep, but this, there's nothing underneath. But Detective Emma Sky heard shots and found the body. All of this happened in the third act.
No! Gunshots rang out. And according to his testimony, Machi was in that dressing room at the time.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice?
That's mine. Give it back.
Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us this in his testimony. Namely, that the victim had already been shot. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting.
This is insane.
Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote trigger igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act.
Order! But that goes against the evidence.
What does, Your Honor?
This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song, yes?
No, we're
Hey, he's right. Look.
I love chapter 3 of Sugar Happy Havoc.
I know, right? Literally. I honestly think that probably, like, this was probably in the back of my mind, like, when we were solving chapter 3 of Sugar Happy Havoc.
I love chapter 3 of both games, frankly.
The bullet is supposed to come after the fire.
You're thinking about it the wrong way.
Huh?
Look. Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with little merit for the person doing it.
Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason.
Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics.
You're saying the order was reversed on purpose?
Reversed, Prosecutor Gavin.
Reverse,
Reverse cowgirl!
Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
Slide to the right. Everybody clap your hands.
If the criminal follows the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have had to come after the guitar burst into flame. Yet our forehead has raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire.
Couldn't have put it better myself. We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame.
God, I love the use
That
of
was the
pursuit here.
criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he followed the lyrics the whole way.
This is so good, isn't it?
I like when I can speak good.
I love Ace Attorney.
Order. That would explain this most unusual situation.
It does! The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi.
I have no idea
Other
what voice I'm
words.
doing for the judge.
Oh man! The killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second.
Nuh-uh. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. But sadly, it has.
I was hoping you wouldn't come.
Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Because then I would be suspected. And it's my birthday. Oh, it sounds good. I'll give you that.
You're literally the one person who can't be suspicious right now, Clav.
You've given us a reason why the killer buzzard following the lyrics of mine's song. Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I question your logic. Again, it's literally the same thing. Like, Ace Attorney did it first, and
Ace Attorney very much did do it first.
In a
And
lesson.
Kadaka has very openly been like, yeah, we're like, we've talked, we know each other, we like talk about it, yeah.
For it's flawed from the very beginning.
Flawed?
Yes. That's when something is not fully
Shut the
correct.
fuck up, Clav.
A contradiction, air forehead. One I've pointed out several times, no less.
You didn't even try with that one.
At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Klavier have put a voice through it?
Oh.
I know that you would like to divert our attention from this critical fact. But you're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise.
I assure you,
You're being so cringe right now, my guy.
Momora's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice.
What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
Apollo, get on my level. Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene, we have a switch. Which acts as the remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be coincidence. How do I make it work?
I see a more direct line of questioning is required. when the crime scene was investigated, immediately after the crime, that window was closed. Care to tell us how Lemuel heard the voice?
God!
A key point, to be sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court?
Yes, I can. Hey, Justice, you've got one thing to prove and one thing only. Lemuel heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set.
She has divine hearing. I've been touched.
She is God.
I've been touched by the gods.
What the fuck do you want? My answer is none of these choices. Which leads me... It can't be she was somewhere else because she was fucking walking through the thing to do the fucking magic trick. Probably.
Do we know that yet? Technically.
No. She was somewhere else. We investigated the scene, the window was closed. Shooter had no reason to close it, hadn't been open either. Meaning it was impossible to hear the voice through that window.
It's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment, I was afraid you might be about... What?
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
What?
Whoa! Rob!
Huh?
Twitter, this is your man? This is your man, Twitter?
Huh?
Van Zeeks at least has big tits. I can see how you can at least pretend that doesn't exist. Really?
Everybody loves Flaming Guitar Man. Oh, we regret to inform you that Flaming Guitar Man is racist.
Are you implying I don't have Kazuyonori tits?
I am very
Be
much
real.
implying you don't have Kazuyonori
real.
tits because if you did, you would be in this position, you would be using them to your advantage, and you know it. That boob window would be so much lower. That V-cut, so much lower. It would show your sternum if you had Kazuyonori tits. As I was saying, Lemuel could not hear the voice through that window. So there can be only one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely.
What's this?
You do amuse me so. Until I thought you and Good Sense were back on speaking terms. Now I'm afraid you and Good Sense speak two entirely different languages.
Like those damn Bojanians.
Shall I interpret for you, Air Forehead? Let me show you the way. Lemuel clearly stated she heard the voice through that small window. And there was only one small window at the scene.
Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the...
There is?
Yeah, I know that look. He wants us to ask him.
All right, I'll bite.
Very well.
It looks like he needs to go out.
You want to pee on stuff?
You claim Lemuel heard the voice from another location.
You ain't getting me to no secondary location.
Mr. Justice, show us where this location was.
Lemuel heard the voice from...
Yeah.
This is where Lemuel heard that voice from.
But that's no small window, that's the air vent.
So wait, so Kate, did you know this, or would you
No.
just figure this out?
I mean,
Like right now?
Like-
There's only one other thing, because it was leading you there.
I mean, I wouldn't have pieced together it was the air vent until, it allowed me to scroll over, but...
Gotcha.
I mean, if the idea is... During Guitar Serenade, there's an entire bit where Lemuel disappears from one side of the auditorium, has to go somewhere secretly, and then end up on the other side of the auditorium where no one can see her. It would make sense that they had Disney World-ass underground passages somewhere that are the backstage passageways that let you get from one side of the room to the other without anyone seeing you because it's a theater.
Oh, yeah.
It's built to do that.
The cast member tunnels.
What did she tell us? She said she's a Borginian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window.
Since she can't see.
She can't fucking see
Now
it!
you done did it now.
You got me started!
You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous.
Luda!
So Lamar was up in the ventilation system listening to this man's voice?
That's the only logical explanation, yes.
Logical? I do not think this word means what you think it means. Hair forehead.
I do not think that would be... Okay, what about this isn't logical?
It hardly merits saying. 5 foot Lemmiwa be in the ventilation system.
I love that this
I just
fist
like
has
that he has a
become
normal
grounding.
accent for just that one fright.
Alright, time to lock in.
Hiding like a rat. No offense intended to her, of course.
This is your manslaughter?
Something Borginians.
This is your man? The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Lamila?
I'm still
You've
here.
been listening. Yeah. Hi, beautiful. You've been listening to our conversation here, yes?
How could I have possibly missed it, Your Honor?
Your Honor.
How
What
could I
he's saying is logical. It's
How could I
true.
have possibly missed it, Your Honor? I admit.
Logical does mean what I think it means. Not digging that tone, but okay.
I admit. It's had me quite confused since yesterday.
I need to beg Diana.
Yes, the small window was closed. But why should that mean I could not hear through it? I feared our prosecutor might himself need an interpreter.
Reverse racism.
That doesn't exist! Objection! The problem here is words. Like Hamlet, all
I'm
about
being
words,
hate
words,
crimes.
words. About a hole in a thirds. I'm a gay sea otter. I blow other dudes out of the water. Lamboir, this small window through which you heard the voice, was it up high on the ceiling of the room? Not low on a wall?
Yes, it was up on the ceiling.
What?
I'm a man, muffin, Gavin, muffin.
Order! I will have order! Witness, you will clarify this statement to the court. Are you, in fact, saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room? And that's where you heard the moment of the crime? Yes, in fact, I was. I'm sorry. I never imagined it would become such an important point.
Yes, well, why the fuck were you up there?
I believe it's time for another testimony.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I'm not sure. I can't.
It's like, oh, you're protecting Machi. No, you're not. You're just gonna get your ass handed to you by fucking Grammar because you broke the magician's code.
May I remind you, this is a murder trial. We will hear your testimony.
Jesus Christ!
Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room. Please.
Well, looks like I'm on the right track.
Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. I had heard there was a small window there before. It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I had heard. As to why I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter. Bound to secrecy?
The magicians will kill me.
In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold. But you say you were in the middle of your performance. So this did happen during the second set. I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard. My god, okay. Yes. But you must tell us what you were doing. Indeed, there's so many people I voice in this case.
That's what the cross-examination is for, ja, forehead. Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission. Even though I tried to cover your ass earlier, it's too
Very
late
well.
for that.
Working with you.
Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
What are you going to do, Apollo?
I'm gonna find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her.
Trucy never spoke to me again after I broke the magician's code. I wandered out into the street alone. The miracle never happened.
Never happened.
This is so funny. On the strategy wiki, it says, bound to secrecy. Lamour says she could say why. Maybe she is hiding something. Is she forced to? Is this why there are cross-examinations?
As to why I was there, I can't say I'm bound to secrecy. Who's binding you to secrecy? Exactly who bound you to secrecy?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to say who it was. No, I think perhaps that is all right. It is just a name, after all. It was Volant Grammari. Perhaps you know him.
It was Max Galactica. Perhaps.
No.
What?
Volant Grammari? What?
You mean Uncle Volant?
What? That guy? Who's he? A grand magician. The one responsible for the illusion performed during our concert.
Interesting reaction, Prosecutor Gavin. You're sweating milk. No. We had enough of that on Tuesday.
Oh no.
Lamour was bound to secrecy. It's gonna take some hard-hitting proof to make her talk.
Yeah, okay, that's the whole thing. Okay, so you need proof.
Present
Okay.
the magician's code.
Wait. Present it on the fourth statement.
Oh. Oh, you can't say.
So you have to explain it for her.
Okay. Shit, I don't know how... Is it the fucking videotapes? That's funny. Is it? Oh, is it time?
Boy.
It's time!
Let's do it.
Lamour, truth be told, fuck my ass. Lamour, truth be told, the reason for your presence above the ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance.
What happened? Let's watch the video.
Yes, it's all right here on this video.
Is that one of those newfangled phones?
No. At least it's not the whole thing, it's just...
Is that
parts.
new? I swear to God they played the whole thing before.
They
They cut it! They cut it!
They like cut it so it's only the relevant sections. That would be great.
Oh my God.
That would be awesome. I thought it was gonna be like, so cold, so cold.
So cold, so cold, so cold, so cold.
I need a blanket. The witness, Ren.
I have a blanket for you.
It's not like there's a very obviously visible like
Little
trapdoor there.
They can't see that from the audience.
Yeah, but we can.
It looks like she has no mouth. So I guess she must scream.
Literally, she has the veil just so they don't have to animate her mouth during the.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive
love
that is
it.
why the veil is there for her character
I'm
design.
sure.
Mm-hmm. And I guess also to accentuate her eyes.
Lamour was clearly not on stage for her entire performance.
Ah!
Though it saddens me to be so realistic. Lamour is incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation.
Polly, spoilers.
We'll get to teleportation in Spirit of Justice, I think. So the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. And during that time, she moved to the back of the forum.
Hello.
What, Truce?
It's not nice to reveal a magician's secrets, and it's against the rules.
I'm a lawyer. I'm not supposed to be nice.
I'm a lawyer. I
I
can
could've
break any
told
rule I
you.
want.
Well, I could have told you that, Polly.
This is all very fascinating. But how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She couldn't have moved that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin?
I have to take shit so bad.
You're like, do you have to make shitties? This was his concert. His show.
Mine.
He's a very special birthday boy, as he loves to remind us. He knows how the illusion was performed.
Uh-huh.
He's just realizing his own oversight.
He's realizing his little fucky wucky.
He's just realized his little fucky wucky. Let's look at the cross-section diagram again. Here, we can trace a route through the ceiling. It goes from the stage through the backstage to the rear of the forum. Okay, recall Lemuel's testimony from yesterday. So cold.
So cold. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. So cold.
So cold.
She went from the
That's how I
stage
saw
to
it,
the
Ren.
backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling.
Lemuel knew of this because of her part in the illusion. But she wasn't the only one who knew.
What?
Just now in the lobby, Machi told me something. So cold! I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
Boats with guns.
He
Gunboats.
said that?
Boats. Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin?
Go fuck yourself, dude.
Go fuck yourself.
What if I do? I knew about the vanishing act, of course.
Go fuck your guitars, you whore.
Yet I had no idea of the rules that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me?
Stick your dick in a guitar, call it a Yamaha.
Nay. Me.
Magicians only reveal the details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know.
Which is why he bound Lemuel to secrecy. Well, Lemuel?
I'm impressed, Mr. Attorney.
Yay!
Machi was right about you.
Hooray, praise.
So, what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling? I did. Well, that's that. Not guilty. But I'm still a little confused.
Why is that, Your Honor?
As I said before.
So cold.
There was very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. 20 seconds, tops. How could she do it so fast?
Oh, she doesn't have her
stopped
brooch.
to hear the shooter's voice.
That's a good question.
Can the witness explain this to the court? I cannot. Very well, guilty. Mr. Justice.
What? What?
It's all up to you. Do your thing.
I thought he said it's all up to you, darling.
Yeah, do your thing. I'm just standing here.
What thing, Your Honor?
You need to explain how Lamroir was able to teleport like she did.
No, isn't that a job for the police?
Or I'm throwing your
once you go to
case
jail,
with
shouldn't it?
bathwater.
What the hell?
Ugh!
Explain for
Why do I get picked on? It's
for
not fair, it's
$20,000.
going on, ruin her.
Explain one magic trick.
As I have stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail. Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it will be your job to wring the truth out of her. Yes, if you would, please.
Right. I feel like a student before finals.
Good luck, Apollo.
I don't have finals.
I don't go to school.
Wait, she literally does say that she has school, doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah.
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There was an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited.
Canon doesn't stop me from making a good joke.
From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice.
What voice? Jesus Christ.
So cold.
2 minutes, you say. The mystery deepens.
I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with
The
something.
plot chickens.
As does my curiosity.
The
Take it
plot
away, Mr.
chickens.
Justice.
Right, Your Honor. All we have to do is find the contradiction between what Lamore is saying and what we can see plainly in the video.
I figured it out already. I'm a magician after all.
Well, I got it. You want
Well,
to share with the
tell
court?
He'll tell me. No. Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secret. Come on.
Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here. Take it easy, Miles. Whose side are you on? Exactly. Emergency exit on the stage and waited. From there, one can enter formally on the stage. Then was moving there in 2 minutes. Hey, then why was it like 20 seconds? 2 minutes?
Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running.
Running? In that cramped, dark tunnel above the ceiling?
Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten?
I
Dark
can
or
shrink in
lit,
size.
it makes no difference to me.
I mean, that's true, but...
So you're saying that on the night of the concert you made the trip in 2 minutes? Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
Lamore disappears on the video for 20 seconds. She said she made the trip in 2 minutes. How?
If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in that video.
Well, Mr. Justice, shall we watch the video again? Perhaps you have some evidence for us. Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony.
Fuck!
Yes.
Yes.
What were you
You
saying
thought of it
earlier?
already.
Is it time?
What were
No,
you
no,
saying
no,
earlier?
you thought of it already.
Oh, just the idea that if she just
Last time we were
When
watching
we watched
the video.
oh,
What did you
she doesn't
notice?
have her fucking she doesn't have her brooch on.
Yeah.
She doesn't have her eyebrow on.
So, Bridge.
Oh fuck, sorry. Yeah, I mean technically, yes. Yes. I was kind of hoping someone else would jump in at this point.
Objection!
Oh, shut up.
Go
I
fuck
got
yourself.
excited. Go fuck yourself.
I'm a little confused.
No,
too, there,
I had-
This is literally when you present the wrong evidence in Ace Attorney, like, we hate your pussy.
Man, what, get this man out of the kitchen!
Pollywog! Oh!
What?
She called him Pollywog!
Trucy called him Pollywog.
Oh. Trucy, you can't use that word. Press.
Press.
Because we're back in, you gotta press, and then get back to the present evidence.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Boy.
Boy, 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 boy.
Brooch.
Lamour, do you happen to remember this breach?
Aha! The brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not?
The YouTube poop. The sus.
It was found at the scene, Your Honor.
And you're bringing this up now. Why? I thought we'd already determined when that was dropped.
Yeah, so did I. But we hadn't.
Mm.
Title of the video.
That's when she dropped the beach. Nicki
They-
Minaj.
That's a good word. Say what they're gonna say.
Ninja.
Nicki Minaj. Minaj.
Yeah.
Here, you can see she's wearing the beach.
So she is.
Machi, I didn't know that you knew. That you knew
Don't mind
Kesha.
me! Let's look a bit later. I am not focused! Oh, they didn't even draw her mouth. My god.
Look at her tits.
Look at her.
What?
Don't, no!
I was intentionally not looking at that area because I am an ally.
I am a wife guy and an ally.
What? The bra, it's gone.
What?
Yes. The bitch disappeared in the short space of 20 seconds. It takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage, which means there can only be one explanation. The Lamour we see before the Vanishing Act and the Lamour we see after are two different people. The bench was found on the floor at the crime scene. And not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Lamour, tell me, did you drop the bench on your way back from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime?
Yes, I think I did. Order! Prosecutor Gavin!
What?
I'm mildly missing your point, but continue.
From your expression, I guess you had no idea this was the case, Ariadne. I, of course, knew about it.
Oh my god.
Well, I got it.
What?
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me. Since the switch and the shooting took place at the same time.
Shut up. So, I was right. There was a switch.
I wasn't wrong, I just hadn't thought of the right answer yet. There was. Just before the stage's tower froze, Lamivar was replaced.
While we're on the subject, just who was this replacement Lamour?
Und alien. The deep state replaced her by the men behind the illusions, Valant Grammary.
Ooh, cutty.
Snatched. It was Grammar? That's quite the illusion.
So literally the first, the Lamar at the beginning is Valant.
Blonde.
It's so stupid.
I still don't get one thing.
Yes?
The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage.
That's right.
But this fake Lamour is still singing. and
I can't
she's
see her
pretty
mouth.
good. Have you ever seen Singing in the Rain, Apollo?
That's true.
Come on, Apollo. That's an easy one. Have you ever seen Singing in the Rain? They were just playing a recording.
The Gavin is on some kind of air guitar band, Fräulein. I would
do the air
never
guitar
play
sprite.
air guitar.
Please do the air guitar sprite.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, you mean I'm wrong?
You're gonna look at me, you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
Scourge the Hedgehog. I forgot that was the origin of my Klavier voice.
Scourge the
Video was on that video on my channel. Look up Scourge the Hedgehog on youtube.com/ShillingSmash after the stream is done. But we play a show live. We play live, no recording.
Sorry, I just got a notification from the Starbomb Twitter about 5 minutes ago that just says soon.
Yeah, they're doing a 4th album.
Okay. Did you know this? And I'm the last one to the party here.
Someone, I don't remember where I read it, but at some point I read that they were doing that, and I'm like, okay.
Sick. Anyway.
Very well. Yes, do tell, and add it to your testimony. I had to keep singing even while I moved.
What?
You can sing and move at the same time?
What the fuck?
Yes, have you ever heard of musical theater?
My god,
Yes.
Apollo.
Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings. So I used this.
Who demand rice? Holy shit! Hey!
Oh, hi!
Rice!
Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage? I have incredible breath support.
Why should it matter where I sing when everywhere I go is the same darkness? I get a lot of top vibes from her, just like waving her hand in front of her face.
Goes hard.
But if you were singing while you were walking...
That's right. Wouldn't the shooter and the victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads, after all.
Loudspeaker, loudspeaker.
Everyone
Loudspeaker.
knows I'm in over my head.
And that is right. Thank you, Soling Smash, for gifting a tier 1 month sub to Unfried Rice. Welcome in, Unfried Rice.
Are you sure about that?
Congratulations to all of the new emotes and channels in my Discord server you now have access to. You'd have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the fucking ceiling.
Once again, we come back to the state of the scene of the crime.
What state? The deep state.
Oh, I know what he means. That old speaker, Apollo.
The speaker! That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder.
So cold.
So cold.
That's so true, Kate.
The stage from this room.
Monitoring?
It pipes in a real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set's coming up.
Man, that feedback must have been terrible.
Insane.
Oh, God.
I'm surprised that like on stage it was like satisfied. The dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. See, it's funny because I would say that line in like a Beanix voice and he'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" I say it in Clavier's voice and you're like, "Get those grippers away!"
Get those grippers a fucking way.
At mine request, actually.
So Lamore singing in the ceiling sounded just like Lamore singing over the speaker.
Ingenious! Her voice was hidden by her voice.
Lamore!
I have just remembered something. Do tell!
Oh, do tell!
When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes? It startled me, so
you...
I stopped singing.
Huh?
It just comes out that Grammar has the world's most insane falsetto.
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
2 exclamation points.
The song... stopped?
Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse. So not many would notice.
Forehead! That mixing board I lent you. Where is it?
Dude, Nick.
I love how he just calls him forehead now. Like not even forehead.
Yeah.
Forehead.
That machine, Apollo, the one that breaks music into tracks.
Audacity.
Oh, this-
Audacity.exe.
Where's the DAW, motherfucker? Oh, this! I'd completely forgotten about it.
Why do you still have that?
I don't know. Let's take a listen. Whoa.
Oh! Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, that was normal.
Okay, so it looks like singing is in 1. Guitar is in 3, or bass guitar at least.
Yep, that's bass guitar. This is piano.
Piano.
That's drums, so guitar.
Drums.
So clav is 2.
Mm-hmm. So I guess this would have been the mixer on one screen,
The like on the bottom screen, the
yeah.
on top.
Uh-huh.
The song does stop there.
It does? I must have missed it. Do it again!
So did I. Look at the lyrics sheet at the top of the second verse.
I forgot that I feel like in the original you were supposed to, I guess it isn't because I'm following a guide that's the original. But I feel like you were supposed to guess this originally.
No,
Like,
It's like not enough people got it because like
yeah, that's true.
where it says pleasure, pleasure. Now listen again. Look at everyone's fucking.
I do think that
face.
they cut the video up a lot. I don't recall them cutting him up this much. But
I want to give the original a little more credit. I don't think it starts over the whole time.
no, not every time. But I do feel like you watch the whole thing a lot more often.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Or at least it takes so long to load in and out that it feels
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that
Yeah.
it feels like it.
The DS is chugging.
Oof.
This is evidence indeed.
Klavier's
she
guitar
always-
is not the only thing that is burning up. Your DS is also dying.
I believe we are.
She also sings. She just sings pleasure once.
I believe we are
Mhm.
guilty of making a terrible mistake.
The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lamoire's ballad.
If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter.
Which means that Darian Crescent could have done it! He wasn't on stage for the second set! Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
Fascinating. I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turn around quite so thoroughly. Yet one problem remains.
What's that?
No one is paying attention to me! Air Forehead's theory does have a certain kind of logic to it.
Well,
Do you have to sound so surprised?
thread of logic to the defense.
Why, there's a certain je ne sais quoi to the defense's claims. Yet it is entirely based on Lamoire's testimony.
Yes, is there a problem with this?
Well, it's quite simple, so it pains me to say it. But she is lying to protect his defendant.
No! But you have no,
Testimony is equal to evidence in this game.
you have no proof!
All I'm saying is that the truth is as yet unclear. Who knows what could have happened? Until we hear directly from the man himself.
The man? You don't mean...
That man.
No!
Yes. So he is a friend and band member. Darian Crescent must take the stand.
And they were bandmates.
I see no other way.
Oh my god, they were bandmates.
As someone with a new perspective on the case,
As a suspect, to be frank. You may call me Frank Gavin.
Finally! The rat's coming out of his hole! I'm ready to catch him! Darian Crescent, get ready for justice!
this is as good a time as any to pause for a brief recess.
Why?
I'm
The
tired.
prosecution
I'm
will
an
summon
EP
the
boy.
witness.
I'm an EP little boy.
Have him here and ready by the time we begin.
I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are.
Very well. Court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess.
Yay! Time for trial ladder.
Let's go!
More like trial step ladder, am I right?
I might have
Thank you, water!
us.
Thank you, Water.
Thank you, Water.
Ow.
I might have us try to speed up a little, not gonna lie. Just because I have not eaten dinner and neither has my friend. So
Let's go! Alright.
Yep.
July 10th, 1:40 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2.
Apollo, I can't believe it! It really happened during the second act? And right in the middle of Lamoire's performance?
The reason why she was in that air vent, and that switch and the flaming guitar. When you link it all together, that's what you end up with.
I knew you had what it took.
Daddy!
Daddy.
Daddy!
Mr. Wright, you believed in me?
No.
Not really.
Oh,
I just thought that'd make a cooler entrance than say, hiya.
why do I even bother hoping?
I love that he's still, like, dying.
Where have you been lately, Daddy? You told me that you were going to the corner store to get cigarettes 5 weeks ago. You haven't been coming to the office at all.
Charlie is dying!
Oh, sorry about that, Trucy. I'm on a secret mission. I'm on a mission from God.
Secret? You mean like you're
Shout out to
undercover?
Chicago.
I'm under some covers, if you know what I'm saying. Like Mr. Latouche, only shorter and not as well dressed.
Oh no! What if you're shot too, Daddy?
I've been through worse.
You know, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Maybe
Phoenix Wright has
someday.
not been shot.
Maybe someday.
It's the only thing that can kill him is actually being shot.
Would I do a thing like that to you? Anyway, I'm off for a while again. Just popping by to remind you that I exist.
You're leaving?
Oh, one thing before I go.
I saw you do it. What?
Good luck. Good luck.
Right.
Have fun. Yeah, that's me.
Is that all you came to say?
I think you have things pretty much under control. You'll get Machi Tobaye off the hook, no doubt.
Yeah, but
But you're after that detective, aren't you?
Darian Crescent.
It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system.
The current court system?
What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption. Namely that our diva divine is telling the truth.
But what about all the proof? The birch and the switch.
The bitch in the switch.
A piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder. There are plenty of other ways to explain these things. The flaming guitar, too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. If the sultry songstress is lying... Sultry? Your case melts like butter in a frying pan. Leaving behind the faintly singed scent of failure. I'm picking up this alliteration thing from a yellow guy I met recently. A yellow attired
Man in a
guy
yellow hat.
I met recently.
So what do I do?
Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods.
Ugh.
Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend.
Detective Scott. Emma!
Let's see. This bag of snacks here was meant for me.
This cocaine was too.
Oh, yeah, here's the cocaine. Ah, here it is.
What are those, Daddy? They don't look like very good snacking material.
I mean, if you're me, that bar is pretty low, but
They were found at the scene.
you
Analysis
didn't
of the
stick them in your mouth?
Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder.
Powder.
Probably a firecracker or something similar. Like the ones kids are into these days. These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually. Did you check under the couch?
Under the sofa?
Apollo! That's where we found the little device thingy.
Right. This. Well, finally, some evidence that makes fucking sense.
That's all from me, I suppose.
Well, looks like my job here is done.
But you didn't do
You
anything!
didn't do anything!
Absolutely. See after the verdict. Maybe.
Right.
Every man has an igniter inside him.
Fucking
Shoved up
excuse
my
me?
ass.
Shoved up my ass.
Find Darian Crescent's igniter and set it off.
Prosecutor Gavin's like, Your Honor, I volunteer to find Darren Crescent's igniter in his ass. And he walked out the door, just like a magician. Normally.
What does he want us to do?
I don't know, he's
think
your
he was-
dad.
He's your dad.
No conventional method. What does that mean?
It means that we're out of evidence, but we're not out of options.
I think Prosecutor Gavin's gonna have to do some, personal probing. I guess we just have to take his advice and hope
Like
it makes sense
Prosecutor
to the
Gavin's on the
phone.
phone.
I guess.
We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Tracy.
Hang in there, Jack. I'm so hungry.
July 10th, 1:55 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Shut up, Jack is hungry. Let's keep going.
Shut up, everybody go! Everybody go!
What is happening in session? Prosecutor Gavin, where's Detective Crescent?
Jesus.
In the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time.
Very well. Can somebody else take the judge for a
Yeah,
minute? I'm
yeah.
like losing my mind.
Yeah, you got it. Might I add, I don't believe any of this. Darian was the first detective I ever worked with. We have a special relationship.
Yeah, but is it a warm something or a cold something? It's so cold!
We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs Division 3.
I love Ghost Track.
But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination.
Oh my god, Jesus, we get it. It's nice, but it has nothing to do with the matter at hand.
Shut up.
Correct?
Oh, I know. Air forehead.
What the fuck is happening?
Very well, call the final witness to the stand. Detective Darian Crescent.
Name and occupation, please.
Darian Crescent, Detective, Criminal Affairs Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division, for those who didn't know. And I'm a guitarist for the Gaviners. Maybe you've heard of us?
Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today?
Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you
Fuck
let
you!
this happen, Ibo.
I can't. Stop doing this to me. Stop doing this to me. If I had a fucking nickel, I'd have like 4 at this point.
Kate, I think you're just like, no one can say the word partner around me ever again.
No! Never!
You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here.
The situation's changed, Darian. And don't call me partner.
Oh shit!
Oh my god. Oh,
my
man.
God.
Breakup arc. Breakup arc.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So much for old friends.
Oh my god, you were fucking. Oh, they fucking.
Oh, they fucking.
I see what you're doing, Darian. Yeah, you're pressing the prosecution, if you know what I'm fucking saying. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial. They're gonna start hate fucking here in about 20 minutes.
Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. You may begin with your response to Lemuel's testimony. If, in fact, you have anything to say about it.
Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national. Jesus Christ!
Man, the
We had to
Gaviners are
make
gonna
up
get
a country
canceled
'cause
twice
if
for
we
the
used
same
a real
crime.
one-
Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. And wherever you're from, Mr. Justice. Man, with the
Is
spirit
that
of
the-
justice, that's a real.
Is that supposed to be a? He's like, is he clocking me? Why does what's the? Why are all the hot people from this country? And it's a trans flag.
Conventional methods are out the window, huh? Can I start throwing fists, Mr. Wright? Here goes nothing. I think
Yeah, you
throwing
can.
fists-
Only once. What's that Pro ZD comic that's like, oh my god, I'm working with Phoenix Wright, my hero.
Right.
And man, dude, you're gonna be in some fucked up shit.
Shit. Yeah, literally. Mr. Wright, you
divas-
believed in me? No, but...
Not really.
The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice.
No.
She forgot the words because she heard gunshots, as if. Didn't Detective Emma Skye hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man.
So you claim Lemuel's testimony was a lie?
Hey, don't get me wrong, I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just because she's blind. And
Wow,
ableist, holy
ableist?
shit!
My
You
god!
go too far, Darian.
Racism I can excuse, but ableism. Is he wearing a baby shark onesie? Yes, he is now.
Yes, he is.
Absolutely.
Look, all I'm saying is, you've got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective?
The police are far more trustworthy than artists.
Detective Skye. I see.
Hi.
Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
We didn't waste any time finding our fucking weak spot. I can't do this with Larimer's testimony alone. We'll find some other way to prove when the shooting took place.
So, Bestie, what do you think the evidence that you were just given was?
Sorry?
The evidence that Phoenix just gave you.
Oh,
Do you know what it is, or like what like?
the fucking snack who's or whatever?
No, the.
Oh, the broken shit. Oh,
yeah,
got it.
Look,
Sorry, I
look,
was like,
look,
what?
look at that and like think
Okay.
about the implications if you haven't
No,
already,
I got
because you're
the
gonna need it.
implications.
Okay, cool.
I thought
So
about
then
the
you sh-
implications, but I will
So then
look
you
at
sh-
it just in case the game's a cuck.
So then you should be able to. You should be able
I
to
got it.
find the
Let me
contradiction
talk me
here.
through it in case it needs to. So you think this was some kind of firecracker?
Yeah, or one of those noisemakers like you shoot off on New Year's.
Do you know that in China they use firecrackers on New Year's to scare off evil? So it's kind of the same thing.
Really? I had no idea. Well, did you know this?
You're a bitch.
It takes more than 500 peanuts to make one 12-ounce jar of peanut butter.
Autism girl.
Autism girl.
Awesome girl.
At least my useless fact had something to do with the evidence.
What's that that image where it's just like this brisk like fall day and it's like I love autism. Okay.
There we go. Present.
Nice.
No.
Nice.
Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial.
What things?
A body, a gun. The first was this small.
So cold.
So cold.
That's a remote triggered igniter.
Why are you talking like that all of a sudden, Cloud?
Shut up. The bit I'm doing. Come on.
Like, Crushing doesn't know he does it. Correct. And one more
He's like, don't talk about my secret voice.
thing. I thought you only used that voice when it was just shh.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good, you're good.
I'm gonna need a little bit to adjust the fact that I'm the judge. Whoa, the remains of something burnt. Not another guitar, I hope. Traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker. That's not your word to use.
Okay, I got it. How did Gavin know about this? Why is it? It's 2 cases in a row now.
But you think Detective Sky works for you? I received some reports this morning before coming here. Me! This is when I made my decision, actually.
What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin?
I registered Darian as a witness in today's trial. Just in case.
This raises another possibility. Besides the fact that you two are so gonna break up, those gunshot-like sounds during the 3rd set could have been 2 firecrackers rigged to go off by this remote control. Oh, he's got an ass, okay.
You got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think.
Sorry,
Literally,
I had
he's
to.
got a big ass, isn't he? Yeah, you shouldn't say everything that comes into your mind. But...
That's a voice we keep on the. That's a thought that we keep to ourselves.
Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient to me.
How so?
So, you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off? Right when 2 witnesses came walking by?
That's right. Darian was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How would he know someone was backstage right then?
The fucking earphones.
If a firecracker goes off in a forest and there's no one there to hear, you get my drift? Why go through the trouble, man?
How do I explain this?
You may not look it, but Darian is a gifted detective.
He
can
could
find
my
anything.
G-spot right away.
You can find the igniter inside me right away. Show any weakness, and he's sure to find it.
You may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man.
I'm gonna start biting.
That reminds me.
Of what, Klavier?
I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself. Myself. And I saw something odd there just before the 3rd set.
Something odd?
A headset. The kind all the band and staff members were wearing.
That's right. We picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room.
What if that headset wasn't dropped, but placed? And what if it was turned on?
You could hear what was going on in that hallway. Even if you were out on stage.
Ooh.
Fire Emblem Heroes.
Whose side are you on, Gavin?
Listen to me, Darian. There are no sides in a court of law.
Oh, they're breaking up.
Which is fine. And now turn to your airheads.
I'm not your rebound.
I have a question for you.
I'm not
If you
gonna be
draw
your
something in
rebound.
chalk and erase it, where does it go?
Why the fuck is it called Titty Typhoon?
The igniter and the blood fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. It's certainly a possibility that it was part of the rules to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headsets from the hallway into the mix and you can fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake, we can't say. You've raised the possibility that the shots were faked. Now you need to prove the other half of the case. I'm still holding your hand, just like at the end of the last case.
Oh, I thought you meant like he was like, get off of me. The other half.
Look, I'll just tell him. He wants you to prove the thing went down in the 2nd act, while our little piano player was on stage. That right, Gavin?
Indeed. If you can't prove that, then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless.
Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second set?
Yeah, I think.
You'd better know, Apollo, otherwise we're fucked.
Fair.
Trucy, language.
Ken.
This is bullshit.
Trucy, watch your fucking mouth.
language.
It can be proven.
You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you. That passive voice is not becoming of you, air forehead.
Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness your testimony, if you would.
Oh, this isn't gonna be easy. Need some decisive proof and fast.
You ready, kid? 'Cause I am.
No one says that. No normal person says that.
Shooting took place during the second set. If you're so sure, let's see your proof.
Okay.
I have it.
What is it?
I don't know. Hold on.
I'm not. This one's a bit of a stretch. I'm not sure how
Yeah,
you're supposed to know
ooh.
this.
It's a little tricky, but
Alright,
Boy.
if they want... It's gonna be like it happened
So cool.
during the second set because it's so cold, the witness Ren. Like, that's the closest fucking thing I can think of.
no, this one's a tricky one.
Or
Honestly.
it could, well, no. We're asking about the second set specifically.
Mhm.
Okay. Fuck. Fuck.
I'm definitely okay just giving this one to you.
Yeah,
whenever
this
you
one's
want.
really-
Give me 30 more seconds. Give me 30 more
Yeah,
seconds.
you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Hungry.
It's my badge. Alright, I feel like I'm gonna start going off on a wrong path. Hit me.
All right. The mixing board.
Mixing board.
I was gonna say the mixing board to prove that that something happened during the third. Cause you fucked up. You fucked up, Aaron.
Yes, but for the last time we did the mixing board, what did we do?
Oh, we did it. I guess we did it specifically on
The Guitar Serenade.
the Guitar Serenade.
Yeah.
Okay, right answer, wrong reason. It seems there was clear proof left behind. Right here in Lamoir's song.
Her song.
What exactly is this device thingy? Is this one of
Not
the
to-
newfangled phones? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps?
I love the judge lives in a
Come on, we
cave.
just used this. Don't get me started on fucking gramophone. This device was used to record the performance part by part.
Part? You move the sliders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately, Lamiwa's voice included. Oh! But what does this prove?
According to Lamoir's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song.
Ah, you intend to examine the recording at that moment, ja? We might even hear those gunshots.
Exactly.
Ridiculous.
Ooh, someone's damp.
How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room out on stage?
Have you forgotten, Darian? We were all wearing these headsets.
Uh-huh.
We were all deeply involved in our performance. But Lamoir's headset would have picked up what she heard all the same.
Then let's get to analyzing that recording. Right now!
Lamoir stopped singing when she heard the shots fired. Find that spot and I'll find the gunshots. Just
Okay.
drag everything fucking down.
Yeah, so the only thing that we
all
know
the way
is
down.
track 1 is
It's like in section 2.
Is
But
her
it's
voice.
either late in section 1.
With the latency, it's so bad.
Okay, the next part's the start of section 2.
Jesus Christ! Whoa!
Yeah, there it is.
Whoa!
No.
Whoa!
I think you were on number 5.
You presented number 5, not number 1.
Shit! Hold on, sorry. Sorry, I got so fucking excited. Shit.
Isn't it just out of hearing?
I can hear you. Fuck! You heard me thinking! Shit, sorry, I got excited. I'm sorry. Got excited.
You insensitive braggart, enjoy.
I'm the only one not racist in the room! Sorry, I got excited.
Okay, so you gotta make sure the second section is clicked, like on the top.
Yep. And then
Okay.
also
No,
that.
And then all you need to do is press.
All you need to
number-
just
yeah,
press
you're
number 1.
highlighted number 1. Press
Yep.
R.
I did that. Okay. I had the right spot. I was clicked on the wrong track because I had lowered number 5. Your Honor, listen closely to this part. This is the track with Lamour's vocals.
Keep that heart held on to so tight.
Mine heart held on.
Fuck!
I did hear something there faintly, yes. Why, it sounded like a gunshot.
What? This has to be some kind of mistake. I
you
hate
losing
that
your
it goes
erection there?
flaccid.
I know. I believe und case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second set,
It's not sexy when it's real. There's no safe word.
which means Lamiwa's testimony was true. Proof.
Look at that ass.
I keep forgetting to look. Order!
But she was telling the truth about what she heard. What a novel
So
concept in the
cold.
court of law.
Cold.
Yeah, what'd she say?
It's over. Press the switch now.
Take the
Go
shot.
Branican, I have the high ground. Just after that, there was a gunshot, and then the guitar caught on fucking fire.
Detective Crush. No. Detective Crush. You weren't on stage during the second set. You could have done it.
Why do we only hear one gunshot on the recording? Weren't 2 bullets fired from this weapon?
Lamour was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then as she passed over the dressing room, the gun fired again, and Mr. Latous's life was taken.
But,
With
well,
Liam
not
Neeson.
yet.
Well-
First, he had to be so cold, and then, you know.
And then, well, Detective Crescent,
Once again, I am reminded of something.
what?
A performance that day.
Your performance?
Seeing the missing board jogged my memory. You were there too, Airforehead. And
What,
you
when
were
you were
there.
starting shit?
And you were there. What is it with today?
So cold.
Problem with the problem.
Fuck!
A hog won't start. My
Gesundheit.
guitar case is busted.
My guitar's been burnt to a crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. And then there was that performance just now.
I forgot, this is when you were drunk.
What was that all about?
This part is off.
Which is that? Second guitar.
Uh-huh.
It was you, Darian. I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you. I know how you play. You're better than that.
Yeah, well,
You what? And Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at? I'm talking about the murder weapon, Mr. Latus's 45 caliber hand cannon. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscathed with a revolver that size.
But usually Dalian is much better at taking large sizes and going away scot-free.
The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur.
He's learned to walk without a limp. Wait! You mean his plane was effective because he hurt himself? Revolver?
You're forgetting something.
Yes, Detective Crushing?
Shoulders
I'm a
aren't
trained-
real.
I'm a trained police officer, you know. I've had firearms training. Plenty of it. I'm no amateur.
The standard sidearm issued to police officers is the 38 caliber weapon. A much tamer beast. Also, the murder weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Latus, which suggests there was a struggle between killer and victim.
So the killer might not have actually been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean?
This thought had occurred to me, yes.
Well, does the witness have anything to say to this?
No.
Detective Crushend?
What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves Rolled Up Ready for Action has to say.
How did you know my secret nickname?
Hey, you! Attorney.
Me?
Exactly which piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little noise on a tape that could be anything. And you have an alleged guitar cue miss due to a 45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin. I really do.
Oh, they're so breaking up.
You can line up your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager. And that's the obvious truth.
The witness has a point. The defense's arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far.
Witness?
The witness?
Your testimony, please, Detective. Shut up. Your testimony, please, Detective Crushend. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it.
I was speaking in Klavier voice all day, alright?
I like how we could feel the like, nah, he's trying to slip away with that one.
Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. This was that diva's first trip to this country, right?
I feel like you're saying diva like a slur.
How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him?
Because he worked for Interpol, and you also work for Interpol.
A simple reason indeed.
Guilty.
Prosecutor Gavin, is it the case that Mr. Latus had not been to our country before?
According to our records, yes, not even once. Not even once.
What?
I see. Very well.
Hi.
Guilty.
Fuck,
Mr.
no!
Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
Great, now I need to find a fucking motive. You both work for fucking Interpol. Can we not prove that? Is that Diva's first trip to this country? Could I possibly know her? Because you both work for fucking Interpol!
Well, he doesn't work for Interpol. He's not an
You
Interpol
work for-
detective. He works for International Affairs with the Criminal Affairs Department. That's not the same thing as Interpol.
Ugh.
Well, how about this? What was an
silk cocoon
Yeah, what was an
shit.
Interpol agent doing in?
The silk cocoon shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If I didn't know.
So-
Fuck, I don't know where
So
you want me to press
you can do 2 or 5.
this. Okay, you want a reason? I got no motive. Yeah, you fucking do. Doing on the last one's more dramatic. This shit goes so deep, Your Honor! Take a look at this!
What's that? Looks like candy.
It's not, don't lick it. Please, what's in your mouth? Stop it, drop it! Drop it! Detective
What do you
Crushend,
have?
ever seen this?
Looks like a piece of candy.
Oh my god. What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it. I can't believe I have to say that! Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings.
A cocoon? I've heard of that before. Never seen one that color.
I've never seen
It is
that
a
before.
variety only found in the Republic of Virginia. Nowhere else.
Alright, but what is this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has nothing to do with the motive for killing Mr. Latouche, does it?
It does. Wait, I mean, I think it does.
You don't sound so confident, man.
A cocoon. Is it one of those silky cocoons? That we are all familiar with? The
That we
kind you
all
can
know?
make, silk out of?
Not this one. This cocoon makes a powerful curative.
Curative? For what?
Apparently, it is most efficacious at treating a disease thought incurable.
So thought incurable, we fucking named it that.
It is the only medicine of its kind. However, it is illegal to take one of these healing cocoons out of Virginia. Because fuck everyone else, I guess.
I like that Virginia is the only other time Clav says the soft G. The soft J.
Virginia.
Virginia.
No, I'm just not funny enough for it. Whatever for.
If it's such a miracle cure, why not share it with the world?
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering.
I'm
We
always
looked
saying
into the net.
this.
We looked into. I'm always saying this. We looked into the matter at some length. Apparently, it is difficult at all to manufacture the remedy from the cocoon. Yet, if you change the process only slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely. Coke. A deadly poison, in fact.
Cure.
What? There was an incident several years ago where some of these got out onto the black market.
There was this fake loan shark that was using it to get meds for...
I was gonna try to make an Ace 3 Investigations joke. It caused quite the commotion
Oh,
in
yeah.
the global community. The
Yeah,
thing
there
that
was
exists.
investigations, yep.
So the media was kept largely unaware. Thank you, Deep State.
Intriguing.
All this has led to a strict ban on the cocoon's export. One rigidly enforced by Interpol, among others.
Interpol. I've heard of that before.
Right. The victim, Romain Latouche, was an Interpol agent. Detective Crushing, you insist on referring to him as a manager. But that is misleading. Romain Latouche wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent.
So I was trying to smuggle this gumball into the country? That what you're trying to say?
I'm saying that could well be a motive for murder.
Oh, so I was going to sell it on the black market, make myself a pretty penny. Ridiculous. I mean, totally unthinkable.
Unthinkable, you say? That's what they said about the Titanic. And look what happened to her.
Perhaps it's time for another testimony about this smuggling of cocoons business. Last testimony. Woohoo!
International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Interpol's all hot and bothered about them.
Hell yeah.
You know who else is hot? But shut up, Gavin!
Can't sell them on the black market. Too dangerous. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. Man, I'm in international affairs. I know the deal.
Indeed. Interpol wanted these cocoons bad enough to send Mr. Latouche undercover.
You kids think up the craziest things. But no way am I going to risk a life and limb. Just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money.
Not the most noble of statements, but duly noted.
Not digging that tone, but okay.
According to the reports, these cocoons top Interpol's lists.
Selling them to an underground organization would be risky. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
I just need someone to say bottom and we'll call it a day. This is the only motive I've got. He was up to something and I'm gonna find out what. Claire's got a memo. Article's all hot and bothered about him. Can't sell him on the black market, too dangerous. Gun smuggling isn't exactly lucrative anymore.
Okay. So for this one, your goal is to determine why else would a cocoon need to be smuggled, if not to be sold.
To make a cure for incuritis or whatever.
Do we have evidence that points to that?
We have a fucking news article about incuritis, don't we?
Nice.
Yes. Now think carefully about which statement to put that on. So there's two potential statements you could use here.
I want to say 1 or 4. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm saying either 1 or 4, but I don't know if that's true.
Go for 4.
4.
You could do 3 or 4.
Ah, that makes more sense. Why not choose a less dangerous buyer then? I would.
How clueless are you? Everyone in the market's dangerous.
You ever heard of capitalism?
The second they found out I was a cop, I could kiss my keister goodbye.
Is that how you spell
What?
keister?
No.
Isn't there an I in there?
There's an
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
There's an I. It's one of the main reasons everyone fucking pronounces my last name incorrectly.
Oh.
Why sell to a black market buyer? How about someone like this?
Do people really say Leicester?
Can't stress enough, that's people's first instinct on how to...
What?
Mm-hmm. Because it looks...
Not
like
Leicester?
German. It looks German, so people say...
That's
Leicester.
weird. Anyway, that article is about the Chief Justice.
Deadly poison can be... Alright, Your Honor, you take a 5. A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon.
From the trial.
You take a 5. We're gonna move on. The adults are talking, but so can a cure. And not a cure for just any disease. A cure for incuritis.
Incuritis. I've heard of
that before! You went to visit a victim of the disease this morning!
That's so good. I've heard of that before, literally. That's the disease the Chief Justice's son has. You aren't saying.
Our witness is a detective. He would have contact with the Chief Justice.
You are saying. The Chief Justice would never deal in contraband.
Not even to save his own son's life.
But even if the deal went through, why it'd be an international scandal.
That's Detective Crescen's insurance! If word ever got out, the one with his neck on the line would be the Chief Justice.
Detective Crescent, is this true?
First I'm a murderer, now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you trying to pin on me anyway?
Distasteful as it is to think about, if the Chief Justice were the buyer, why, the seller couldn't hope for a better deal. A very cowardly seller.
Don't let sleeves over there trick you. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice? Where's your proof?
Well,
Oh, yeah, and you're forgetting one other important thing.
I saw you do it.
Oh, do tell.
Interpol isn't the only ones out there watching this. Borginian Customs barely sleeps. They're so worried about cocoons getting out.
So we were informed. Let's continue with the cross-examination.
What the fuck, dude?
We got some new statements.
Okay.
Borginian Customs is very thorough. Everything and everyone gets checked. Cocoon possession will get you arrested on the spot and then sentenced to death. Hey man, if there's a way to get cocoons out of here, I'd sure like to know.
Is there a way?
There is. There is.
Yes?
There is.
How?
There is. There is.
Give it a shot.
Yay! We're so back.
Actually, there is one way.
What?
One way to get something out of the country, no checks.
What is it?
You become a prosecutor.
A prosecutor? I don't believe it.
Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office? So
Your
cold.
house.
In your house, all over the place in your house.
So when did you get this?
About 20 seconds ago.
Nice. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lemmy Voir.
How did it end up here?
It was so cold. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it.
So this guitar is from Virginia?
That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruins the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lemmy Voir's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Mine office. Pristine and untouched.
Just how I like them. Shut up, Gavin.
Ew.
Did I get that? Yeah, what a great time for the Ko-fi notification to show up. Didn't I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched?
Quite.
Ew.
The guitar was wrapped with several sheets and vacuum packed in Virginia. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that that guitar was...
With cocoons this small, it would have been very easy to use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia.
Pursue! Where's that funky ass dance music coming from?
Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, that guitar had some work done on it recently, right?
Yeah, it's fucking dead. Work? Good memory, Air Forehead.
So cold.
Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called the sounding hole.
Thank you.
Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort.
A broken device?
Yes, this, in fact. Igniter.
Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if that igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar?
You mean...
He means this, of course.
There was a way to get the cocoon out of the country.
What?
Because he was prosecutor Gavin's guitar as a mule.
Robot.
And who better to do that than someone with access? Like a member of the band.
York!
Me
I'm
when I
yorking
york.
it.
Oh, there
And by
it is.
it, I mean
And by you know.
my peanuts.
Order in the court. Order.
Order.
So the igniter is placed in there for a clear reason, it seems.
It was a safety precaution.
A precaution?
Huh.
Airfoil.
Blue Lagoon.
The good lagoon. At last, and all comes together.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? In a manga, perhaps? Maestro. The gentle sounds of Renoir's ballad, if you please.
First, mine keys were stolen. A harmless misdemeanor. Which forced me to break the lock on my guitar case.
The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar.
Ah, I see. Naruhodo.
But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler.
What's that?
Mr. Latouche.
Oh.
I've heard of him before.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Latouche, an undercover agent, was onto something. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check the shipping records. So, Latouche tried to examine the guitar himself.
If the cocoon were confiscated then, the gig would be up. Not the jig, the gig. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot.
Over. Press the switch. Now.
The guitar burst into flames, and the cocoon was lost. And then Mr. Latouche died.
With Lemuel there to witness it.
There's your case.
Brilliant, man.
Detective Crescent.
I gotta know. You make all that up on the fly?
For a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, Darian.
The Republic of Borginia?
Oh no.
Oh.
What
Sorry,
kind of
man.
racist thing is he gonna say? Okay.
But I haven't even been there.
Okay.
I've never been to Uvu Javar.
Uvu Yaver.
True. You haven't.
Let's see you make up a story for that kid. How'd I hide the cocoon in the first place, huh?
The kid. It's not so hard to imagine. You had help. A Borginian accomplice. That's all. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lemoir heard proves it.
Over. Press the switch now.
We made this transmission from backstage.
Where your co-conspirator was on stage. Was on stage. But who was it?
This is it, the coup de grace. For
The je ne
once,
sais
I
quoi.
know what I'm doing!
Je ne sais
Je ne
quoi.
sais quoi. There's only one person who could have helped him.
Mike Meekins, baby!
Mike Meekins, baby!
Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say then. But be warned. With a great accusation comes great responsibility.
I love Spider-Man.
I know, I was looking at the Daily Bugle earlier. Double penalty.
Oh shit.
Are you ready? Who was the smuggler's accomplice? Phoenix Wright on a
Phoenix
secret
Wright.
mission.
There's only one person who meets all the requirements of our accomplice. And that person is the defendant, Machi Tabayan.
The Chief Justice is Miles Edgeworth. His son is sick. It was Phoenix Wright who smuggled the cocoon.
But Mr. Justice, he's your client.
He's my client for murder. That's fine.
A defense attorney accusing his client? That's a new one.
It's not.
I love
Continue.
variation.
I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than me. But I am here
See,
to
Apollo
defend
Justice can't be a bad game. It has this song in it.
him, but I'm here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Latouche. And I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime.
Indeed, the defendant is Borginian. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice.
Am I the only safe one here?
But what if it was, in fact, Lamiwa?
It couldn't have been. Well, fuck me, I guess.
Well, you seem sure of yourself. Okay, Mr. Justice over here.
The reason.
Yes, Your Honor, that's my name.
Yes. The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor.
Electronic signals. I've heard of that before.
Recall that this remote only works to a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless.
Yes, that's true.
Now, think back to the testimony when the shooter made this transmission. Lawamar was in the air vent, right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at that stage diagram. Observe that shit. This is the area that the remote could reach from the air vent.
Well, looking at this, seems Lamiwa could still have done the deed.
No! When the shooter made that transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar serenade. Part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and the Lamiwa stand-in were in the air. They were on a tower which happens to be 15 feet tall. In other words, hold my hand. The remote couldn't have worked from Lamiwa's position in the air vent.
Ah,
Well, Detective Crescent, what do you say to that shit?
Your Honor.
kill him. Yes, detective?
Fuck him up.
Could we see the video again? Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns just one more time? Just
Pretty
mwah.
Pretty please.
I don't see why not.
What? Oh, don't tell me he has a way out of this shit.
Melody. Was it what raps?
I'm sorry, his hand animations are fucking killing me.
And now through the air I fly.
That's Volant. That's so funny.
I know, it's so funny.
Too bad, so sad, punk.
Punk?
First you were sleeves, then kid, now punk. You're losing rank fast, Apollo.
What exactly were we supposed to see in this video? The problem isn't in what we see, correct, Darian?
Right, it's what you hear. We are musicians, after all.
Care to explain for us non-musicians?
Couldn't relate,
huh?
any of us.
Could not
Yeah.
relate.
Sure
That's
thing,
like-
punk.
I would love to see the Venn diagram of like people who hate Turnabout Serenade and people who aren't musicians.
Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the Wii pianist to set off that igniter.
The weeing
Wii-
penis.
Yeah.
Pianist?
Wii pianist. The Wii pianist. That right?
Yes.
In order to do that, he'd have to press a switch.
It's hooked up to a key, you fool.
Am I right?
Okay.
Well, take another listen. Pay attention to the piano.
Piano. Yes, you needed something. Fuck off! It's mixed on my left side. You know I can't hear in my left.
And switch your headphones around.
If it wants me to hear it that bad, I'll redo the fucking soundboard thing.
What seems to be the problem there? The piano sounded just fine.
And that's the problem. Man, you still don't get it. Yeah. How's he supposed to hit that switch if he's playing?
Pianos are hammers!
You got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the piano, and the drums. The only one with her hands free was the Diva. Lammerwar. But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out. If they couldn't even press a switch.
Look at his
There's a
ass! Look at
little-
his ass!
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
it.
I see it now.
Good, okay. Just making sure.
It's like you know the lyrics by now.
I don't actually, but go off. The piano plays non-stop. Corrupts in such an old song that we can sing along in harmony. In other words, it's stronger than in Albany. This colony's economy is increasingly stalling and honestly it's by public service. He couldn't have pressed that switch. Fucking could have.
Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire.
It's hooked up to a key. Well,
It's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes.
everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Everybody knows that.
Apollo, were you wrong?
No, I can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could all just
How could this all happen?
happen?
Was my thinking wrong? Strange. Snurge.
What's strange?
No, it's yes. Something odd about the performance there.
Thank you. Odd.
Mr. Justice, if Machi Tobae didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is.
Everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice.
You got the facts wrong, man. Here are some facts for you. Gavin's guitar is on fire. But the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, your story is full of holes.
What a great book. Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant Machi Tobae the accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought.
Apollo,
Here's
if
some
Machi's
thinking
not
time.
the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined.
I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. He had to have pressed that switch.
Well, you'd better find a way to prove it.
Ugh! What do I do? What do I do?
There has to be something that doesn't fit. Something odd.
Something odd. Wait a second.
What? You thought of something?
What was Gavin saying just now? I wasn't listening.
So
Oh,
cold.
Cold.
Let's flash
That's
back
so
to
cold.
2 seconds ago.
I love Danganronpa.
What was that about the performance?
It's not much to go on, but it's all I've got. What exactly did he hear that was odd?
You come up with something, Mr. Justice? I remind you that everything rests on this.
Yeah, way to put pressure on it.
Can you prove Machi Tobae pressed that switch?
Yes.
Let's hear your final answer. Can you prove?
Yes. Yes. I know, like, he could have, and if the game tells me
Yes.
I'm wrong, I'm gonna cry. I don't know if you call this proof per se, but I can prove it was possible.
Then, as prosecutor, it falls to me to ask you to show us evidence supporting this. Your forehead. You're sure about this?
Accept it. There's no evidence, man.
So your evidence, Mr. Justice.
Yep. Yep.
On what do you base your claim that the defendant pressed that switch?
Where the fuck?
Wait,
No,
where are you going?
My
What was Gavin
theory
just talking
is that
about? Oh,
There was
go
something
for it.
odd in the. Oh, so I have to do the fucking mixing board. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. Got it. Got it. I'm thinking right. I'm thinking with
no,
portals.
you're thinking. I'm just
basis for my-
starving.
The basis for my claim is music, Your Honor.
Music? What about music? That hasn't been relevant to this case yet.
Let's listen to the piano part around the time when the switch was to be pressed. Right before the guitar burst into flame.
Yeah, if you need to switch your headphones, like, feel free to do so. I hear a piano being played.
But doesn't it sound kind of simple?
Simple. I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Machi could have played that part with one hand?
My idea was cooler, but go off.
One hand?
He only needed one hand to press that switch. He could play the piano with the other.
Something, one hand.
What? So you're some kind of piano savant?
Actually, no.
Then what do you know? You can't. Then what do you know? Sorry, that's how you're supposed to read that line. You can't play a part like that with one hand.
Ugh. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here.
Wait. Oh no.
I know. Hey, Trucy.
Yeah? You got something?
Where's your dad? Mr. Wright, your father. He's a pianist. Can he?
Oh, no. Oh, Daddy.
No.
Daddy.
He couldn't play a part like that even if he had 3 hands.
So sorry. So sad for you.
Objection. No, that's just because he sucks. That's not because it's impossible. No, not really.
Huh?
That was just the easy way to prove it. There's always the hard way.
Man, how are you gonna prove whether he played it with one hand or two?
Someone wheel in a grand piano.
You can't.
I admit, it would be rather difficult to prove. But it's highly likely he was playing with one hand.
How do you know that?
He was flipping you off with the other. The clue is what Prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? I'll bet we can tell just by listening to a certain part of the song.
No way.
I got this.
Seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. See what
Again.
Mr. Justice has to say for himself. Show us the part that proves the defendant was playing with one hand, right before the guitar burst into flame.
Machi was definitely playing one-handed just before the guitar caught fire. One section of the song proves it. It's section 2, but I have to find where.
Well, section 2 is the section we just heard,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I guess
So
it's
yeah, so
section. Fuck. Okay, we're clicking.
it has to be before the guitar sets on fire. The guitar's already on fire by then.
Okay, so it was section 2. I was right.
Listen,
Hold on. Okay, gunshot is here.
Yeah.
It could be that. Oh, got it. Cool. Okay. Well, I gotta fucking pause it there and then go. Sorry.
That's the section.
Motherfucker!
Right, I don't hear it. Well, as your opinion, it's a beautiful song, and the lyrics
Shit,
are
alright, fuck
outstanding.
me. Whatever.
Yeah, so the second section is part we listened to earlier. We're trying to
Yeah.
compare it with what happened before.
Okay.
The switch is pressed in the first half of the second verse.
Okay, so that was not fucking clear. Whatever.
Yeah.
That was not clear. Don't penalize me for that.
I don't
Okay,
think
so I just
they
gotta
do.
find like a hard bit.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, sorry. I'm with it. I'm here. Fuck yeah, that works. Sure. Do I have to let it play that far, or can I just hit section 1?
Okay,
section
just-
one is highlighted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm also on.
But
4,
you're on
Yeah,
five.
there you go.
I'm on 5, Jesus.
Fear.
Got it.
Yeesh.
Prosecutor Gavin! We got it! Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you've realized by now just what it was that sounded odd to you.
It is not intuitive. Like they're really pushing like the average person's ability to detect what is a relatively simple versus relatively complex piece of piano there.
I think their argument at that point is like distance. It's not a matter of complexity. It's a matter of like you could not be that high up and that far down in the bass with one fucking hand. That's like over 2 octaves. That's my argument. Anyway.
Yeah. As I'm sure you've realized it yourself, Airforehead. Realize what?
I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to the part in question again, shall we? Pay particular attention to the but a fleeting melody phrase.
Yeah, you can hear it. It doesn't go the da 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 da.
Yeah, that's what
It
I'm
just
saying.
cuts
That's what
off.
I'm saying.
Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing?
So true.
So true. You're right. Enough of that.
Eh?
Let's listen to another section, shall we?
No! Another section.
The guitar bursts into flame at the end of the second verse. Let's listen to the same spot in the first verse. Pay attention to "Oh, that night in your embrace."
I guess it's not really clear that like those two sections are supposed to be identical.
Exactly.
Play verse 2 again.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. You weren't kidding.
Yeah. I'm never gonna get to eat.
Is the food alright? Is the food
Not yet.
there?
No, it's not yet. No.
There. Did you hear that? You are welcome to eat on stream. Please let it be
Yes.
known.
They feel the same, true. But they're clearly very different.
What?
Well put, Your Honor.
Newsflash, different parts of a song are different.
Sound different. The phrase of verse 2 is quite simple, but the same phrase in verse 1 has high and low notes. You'd have to use 2 hands to play that for sure.
Ah.
What's that prove?
Maybe he's like Debussy. Maybe he has big ass hands. I think you'd know that by now.
Debussy.
Debussy.
It's fucking
how
Rock. Excuse me, it's fucking Rachmaninoff that had the giant hands.
That's how I can prove that Debussy had a huge dick. Anyway, on slide 2.
This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man.
They think Debussy had massive hands.
So the 2 verses at different arrangements happens all the time.
It
So
does.
true.
So true.
Not this time, Darian. There's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I had him placed specifically so the piano would stay in the background. That was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different, I asked myself.
Now ask yourselves why Machi changed how he played. And there's only one answer. He needed a free hand in order to press the switch.
No.
You know what could have what could have helped? Instead of Gavin saying, "This sounds odd," he could say, "These 2 sections are
sounds
supposed to
different."
sound the same." But yet they don't sound the same. Order. Order your food. I believe this ties all the facts together. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, quite. So personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment.
What? No comeback? I can't believe it. I finally did it. I shut him up.
Very well. Barring an objection from the prosecution, guilty. I will now
Guilty.
state the court's opinion on this matter.
Good show, Sleeves. No. Great show.
It's not over. I like when he looks so happy.
You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what's so disappointing.
Personally, I'm terribly disappointed. In you, Airforehead. Psych. Got him.
Me?
These nuts. Ha, got him. Yes, don't get me wrong, your case is solid.
The facts will check out, but even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence.
Oh, yeah, but the fact anyone can see it with him.
Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it.
But
1,000 facts might point to the same conclusion. But without decisive evidence, it's not proof. That's the rule under our current legal system.
I don't believe it.
It does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present.
Oh, I think if we did, we already would have seen it a long ways back.
It is unfortunate, but at present, this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation.
What?
This is why we need a change in legal system, hint hint.
The truth is staring us all right in the face. Why can't they see it? What's the point of a legal system that protects criminals?
Apollo, remember what Daddy said?
So cold. It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system.
So what do I fucking do?
Watch your fucking language, Apollo. Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it'll be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods.
Ugh.
Every man has an igniter inside.
Light the courtroom on fire.
Find Darian Crescent's igniter and set it off. Commit arson.
Commit arson.
Burn a man alive.
I wonder what he meant by every man's igniter.
Trucy, I don't think you need to worry about that. I think he just meant a weak spot, no? The kind of thing that a single spark could turn into a wildfire of emotion. I'd be able to press him further by conventional means.
The back of his ankle.
Klavier, get your dick in his mouth. I've got to find a weak spot in this guy. Something fatal. I'll shoot him.
So, can I get back to work now or what?
Take off your stupid jacket.
It may look like I got a lot of time on my hands, but I got no more time to play pretend with this deadweight attorney.
Well, Mr. Justice, I've said this about 1 billion times this game. We've come this far without decisive evidence. This witness won't be coming back to the stand once we let him go.
Look under his wheelchair. Every man has an igniter. Didn't you say the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes. Good guitars are kept dry, is why. That provides the best sound.
Damn, you're hitting him raw. Okay. Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage.
Themes.
Your plan has an igniter in it too, Detective. It was there from the very beginning.
What?
Oh, fighting time justice. Oh, if you blow this one, he'll be out of your hands for good.
Me when I blow something and then it's
Go
out of
for
my
it,
hand.
Apollo.
And this igniter's supposed to come burn me up? That's almost poetic there, Mr. Attorney.
You could write that into a Jonas Brothers song. Oh, it's better. I'm also fond of poetry.
I'm hot. You're cold.
And I intend to hear this one through to the very end. Your forehead. You are accusing this man, Darian Crescent, of 2 crimes. The murder of Mr. Latouche and the smuggling of a Borginian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove your case. This trial's already run on for far too fucking long. Mr. Justice, this will be my last warning. Literally, this is the last thing you have to present before the end. Like, for real. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud, you're fucked. It's the moment this cross-examination ends.
You're fucked.
Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then let's have it. Show us the basis for these accusations against Darian Crescent.
This is really my fucking last chance. The key that will take apart Darian Crescent's plan.
Not conventional methods.
Your igniter isn't a piece of evidence.
So what is?
It is true that I couldn't show decisive evidence, but perhaps what I needed to prove my case was something else.
You mean witness?
Proving his guilt is a tall order, but I've got just the person to do it.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Who is this person who can prove Darian Christian's guilt?
Literally, the only person who knows the plan.
The one person who can prove Darian Crescent's guilt is the defendant, Machi Tobaye.
Variation!
You're quiet again!
Machi Tobaye was an accomplice to the cocoon smuggling plot. Without him, Darian Crescent could not have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, he can easily prove that the one who plotted to smuggle that cocoon is the real criminal in this case.
How so?
It would require just one of the very cocoons Mr. Latouche was looking for. With the cooperation of the Republic of Virginia, we could burn a cocoon. The burnt cocoon would leave a particular residue. A residue we would no doubt also find inside the burnt-out guitar.
Very scientific of you.
Learn from the best, Your Honor. Thus, if Machi Tobaye acknowledges his agreement with Darian Crescent concerning the attempted smuggling of a Borginian cocoon, the case is solved.
Darian's laughing again.
I'm getting sick of Suspense 2001.
Your unrelenting passion is remarkable. You really want to get me, don't you?
I'm not the side of the court you should be, directing.
Too bad.
that.
Too bad you'll never be able to.
Why not?
A little key tickler won't acknowledge anything.
Don't fucking say that ever again.
Especially not anything to do with cocoon smuggling.
What's this all about? Taking a cocoon out of the country means death. Doesn't quite ring out the same way as Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death by Borginian law.
Yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, he's not talking.
But you're wrong, Detective Crescent.
What?
It's the other way around. If Machi doesn't admit to smuggling here, he's in deep trouble.
How?
Look, if Machi admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts, by our laws. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling in our country. The victim in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. I'm sure that news has already reached Virginia.
And they'll likely broadcast our dealings in court today. Including the part about the Borginian cocoon.
Yeah, but...
But if Machi doesn't admit to smuggling now, he'll eventually be picked up by the Borginian police. And it's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not gonna find him guilty of murder here, not now.
Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me.
Maybe the law doesn't allow it. But who's gonna think you're really innocent after hearing this trial? The same goes for Machi Tobaye. The cocoon smuggling, your entire plan? Machi Tobaye knows everything. There's only one way out of it for him, and that's to acknowledge his own crime. The crime of cocoon smuggling!
Don't worry there. I'll get you out of the country. I'll set you up someplace, a hidden mansion, real nice. You want a house made of cookies? Or no, a house made out of pianos? Come on. Please! Don't talk. I think talk.
Yeah.
Talk.
Oh, I could fix him.
Red, white ass spray.
I'm breaking up with you.
Darian. I consider that my last session with you. We rocked.
No.
I'm guessing we could trade that outburst as a confession.
Hell yeah, you can.
Uh-oh, he's laughing again.
There's a kind of sick desperation in it now, though.
Yeah.
Oh, have you been listening to today's trial?
How could I have possibly missed it, Your Honor?
Possibly missed it, Your Honor.
And you'll talk. You'll tell this court everything.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like fucking Lloyd from Lloyd's Are Not Christmas. No one knows what that is. That's fine. That is an extraordinarily deep cut.
I didn't want it to turn out this way, but I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime.
Today's trial was all for your benefit, you know. I see no reason why you should hesitate now.
I knew. From beginning, I knew.
Machi?
Situation I cannot explain, but money I needed. Very much money.
Today's trial raises a delicate issue with our legal system. The only thing definite in a court of law is evidence. This is the golden rule. However,
It has become apparent that not all things can be tried by this standard.
should another case of this sort surface, we might have to rethink this whole dark age of the law thing.
Anyway, Mr. Machi Tobaye.
Yes?
I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country. And with regards to the current charges for the murder of Mr. Latouche, this court is prepared to announce a verdict.
Oh, Jesus, no! Give that man brown eye contacts! Get him out!
Literally, it's the blue-eyed, like...
Give that man brown eye contacts! Jesus Christ! I
Gwen
don't like it.
Stacy ass.
I don't like it!
I thank you. I only lie. But you see truth. You find truth.
Fan ass sprite.
That's our job. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Machi Tobaye, which I learned to pronounce in the last
Hot.
5
Milky.
hours.
Milky.
Hot milky.
Whew.
I love his little shoes. Put those fucking blinkers away. Put those peepers away.
Court is adjourned.
July 10th, 4:42 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
I wonder what'll happen to Machi.
Well, he did smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia.
I guess I'll have to die.
Ah, fuck, I guess there'll be another trial here.
All's well that ends well.
Daddy!
Daddy.
Daddy!
I owe you both my thanks.
More?
My, is something wrong?
I'm sorry. Machi was your partner on stage. Your friend.
Yes, I thought of him as my own son.
Themes.
Even now I do. Yes. Something got a hold of him. Something evil. I see that.
That damn phone.
And he must pay.
It's these damn, gotta be these damn phones.
And he must pay for what he has done. Is that not how it should be?
I'm still sorry.
Do not be sorry. You have given me courage.
Courage?
I am considering an eye operation.
It was my suggestion, actually.
You mean you'll be able to see again?
It's funny. I have always been afraid of the light. Light seems so harsh, so unforgiving.
According to the doctor, Lemuar lost her sight due to some kind of accident.
Specific. An accident?
As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I feared that if I could see, perhaps it would open my eyes to the truth I have been running from. I was scared.
You know what changed her mind? Hearing your defense in there today. She could feel your gaze. Unwavering. Always looking straight at the truth. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Apollo?
I got
no!
it, I got
What?
it,
What are you
Mr.
talking about?
I got it.
What
If
do
the
you
light-
mean by this?
If the light returns to my eyes, I think I will take up painting.
Painting? I know a great guy you should talk to about that.
That's right. She's the landscape painter in sound, after all.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
I would pay to see that.
I will paint the two of you. I promise.
Woohoo! I can't wait, Lemuar.
Paint me like one of your French girls. No, Trucy,
No,
that's not what that
Trissy,
means.
no, no.
I owe you my thanks too, Apollo.
Thanks, Mr. Right, but for what?
You reminded me I need to hurry things along
Oh, you're finally proposing to Uncle Miles?
on my secret mission, that is.
That's not a no. Right, your secret mission.
Apollo, Trucy. I hope that we will meet again someday soon.
You bet! Me too!
And so, like a ballad, the trial flowed on and on and on and on, on until it came to the end. Like Guilty Love, that shit did not stop. Thanks to the trial, the guitar serenade was a huge hit. Prosecutor Gavin's even more dazzling to look at now. But there's something I want to say to that guy. Next time you write a ballad,
Have them catch the killer at the end.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You did it. We made it through Turnabout Serenade.
We did it! Holy
So what do you
fucking Seamos!
so what do you think?
If I I don't want to give my opinion yet,
Interesting.
because no one's gonna like my answer.
Okay.
Simply because I don't know how much where the seeds are going from this trial or from this case entirely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they go somewhere important, I'm gonna look like an asshole. I'm looking forward to Turnabout Succession, I think it is.
Yes, Turnabout Succession.
I've heard good things about Turnabout Succession.
God, I love Turnabout Succession. I'm such a fan. Oh, I love this case.
So I guess next time we'll see what's gonna fucking happen in there, I guess. Coming up tomorrow, we have Persona 3 Reload. Sunday night, I believe we have we have the Great Ace Attorney. We're finally getting to court in Unspeakable Story. And then
Oh my god.
Tuesday, Ren and I are finishing Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space.
Okay.
Thursday, I am playing more Baldur's Gate 3 with our good friend Mav. And then Friday, we are not going to be here?
No.
We're not going to be here on the
Well,
22nd.
Or-
We're taking a
29th.
week off.
Yeah.
We're taking a week off because it needs the hype and also because people are busy. But it also needs the hype. We need to sit in this one for a week. And then in April, we shall be back to start Turnabout Succession. But you have a full week of content to look forward to. And I guess a full 2 weeks of content to look forward to in the interim there, which you can find here live on Twitch, obviously, and also on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Katie100Catherine, same handle. Anything else to plug? Subscribe to my Twitch channel right here for access to emotes, to secret subscriber-only streams that happen at the end of every month. Specific subscriber-only channels in my Discord server, which you should also join if you haven't already.
Do I even know about this? Wait. There's sub-channels? Wait.
There's a
Where?
sub-channel.
I'll find it later.
And what else? You can support me on Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi.com/Katie100Catherine, I believe there's a command for it. It's never necessary, but it does help me in upgrading my Switch, so that way I'm not literally sitting cross-legged on my bed while my laptop is just chugging for its fucking life trying to play Baldur's Gate 3, which I assure you it has been a little bit. I get a little bit worried. Never necessary, again, but if you want to, it's very, very sweet. Anything else to plug? I don't think we have anything else to plug.
I mean, since we're not going to be here next week, I'm going to say that next Saturday is birthday for me, but
So Jack will be off celebrating their birthday like a champ. And by that I mean probably getting drunk with people, and you know what? That is like a champ.
Yes.
If there's nothing else, I don't think. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. That was the messiest breakup I've ever seen in court, and I've seen a few breakups in court in my day.
Yeah.
Damn, Klavier Gavin really lost 2 people in the span of like 3 months, huh? Rip to you. And until next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, everyone go get food. Do you need food? Go, go, go!
Okay.
Yes.
Monica's picking it up right now.
Go!
So. Yeah.
Yay.